All right, everybody, welcome back. You are listening to another episode of Past the Barb. And if you're listening to this right now, as we know you are tuned in to the number one outdoors podcast in the world. I'm Ryan Pinkalla. We have a great show tonight. Joining me this evening is my right hand man, Sam Sobi. And
Welcome.
brother, we got a good one lined up here. I'm looking
I'm
forward to it.
excited. I'm excited. This is not only are we in October, we've been in October, but we're now knocking on the door of late October. And late October is when everything from the Midwest gets good. Fishing is potentially at its best. Hunting is the woods are getting spooky. Love is
Oh, yeah.
pert near in the air. And just like Ryan said, we cannot thank you enough for joining us on the number one outdoors podcast in the world. We held it. We held it from August to September. And we're starting to slip at the end of September and then skyrocketed right back up to the number one place.
So we said, let's get back to work. Let's do this thing. We're deep in the pre-rut here.
We are.
And the boys are buzzing. But it is we can't move on before we say this. And man, PTB Nation is strong. It's it's growing every day. But we need these people to start chiming in. We need PTB to have a voice here, people.
Yeah.
You need to subscribe to this. You need to like this wherever you're listening to it. Hit us with a rating, Let's take this thing to the absolute moon.
We do appreciate it. If you give us a rating or you subscribe or any of it, like, because PTB Nation is awesome and we're super active on our socials, especially Instagram. Like we throw up different fan questions all the time and different random stuff that we work into segments. So please, if you have an Instagram, follow us there. And then, depending upon where you listen to it, whether it's, Apple Music or Spotify or anything, hit us with the rating. We appreciate it. It helps us land fat sponsors like we've been getting, just wicked 6, 7, 8-figure deals. It's because you guys, we pull those down.
Yeah. It's really the only way.
Yeah.
That's the game. That's it. So thank you.
All right. So I will be up front. We're not going to lie. Ryan and I, we've potentially lined up a variety of guests. We potentially don't know if they're going to show up. If they show up, it's a blessing, not only to you, but to us. And if
we've made some bad business deals this week.
Yeah. Yeah. We got this whole team that coordinates the pod for us, and we just fired the whole team. So Ryan and I, we had to do it ourselves. And of course we did it earlier this afternoon. And so it's a 50-50 shot. If some of these folks
sometimes you just got to cut the cord.
And the folks, yeah. The folks are good. Our guests are good if they show tonight. So that's a little hidden surprise for us and you.
Yeah. So yeah, who knows what's going to happen here, but I'm looking forward to being a part of every moment of it. So that's
should we get into a little current events? Ryan,
let's do
Ryan, it. What's mid to now kind of the beginning of late October been like for you?
Wow. Well, I feel like I've been going a million miles an hour and very busy. This 2 weeks and the next 2 weeks are like probably some of the busiest of my entire year, I feel like. Because it's just like you're trying to cram everything in, especially in hunting, right? It's like, man, everything's going down at the same time. You want to be in a million different places at the same time. And this is probably one of the first years that I'm not in Colorado right now, like on an elk hunt or something. So I'm trying to really soak up all of that, being here and having time to do some things. So let's see, because last step we were off of Bart's wedding is kind of where we left the last one. So yeah, since that, I have been dialing in, trying to get all this bow hunting happening. I did a bunch of sits. I was successful. We got meat on the ground and hunted the past 2 weekends. Middle of the week, I've just been like running trail cameras and like trying to get dialed in, working, and not having enough time for everything I need to be doing. But a lot of that going on, still prepping. Got a trip in the middle of November to Montana for deer as well. But got buddies that are killing, man. Like I'm getting a lot. This is like the best text thread time of year.
Yeah.
Like pics are coming in from all over the place, different states and buddies and whatever. So be getting some pictures of some bucks and some bulls and some all kinds of stuff. Moose getting killed. Like there's things happening, you know.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, you got all the fishing, and I've been like totally not a part of it. I'm kind of a little bit salty, but what are you gonna do? You only not time for some of it. But yes, bow hunting's been fun. I've been out a bunch. Hunted this weekend, sat in the pouring rain, freaking all that. But last weekend I did shoot a deer. First tag of the season, punched with a bow.
Yes.
Shot a nice doe. 11-yard shot, dude.
That's so
It was
sweet.
like in this
Freezer
setup,
queen.
dude, yeah, in this stand that I was sitting in, it's just like this sweet. It's so small. It's like just a tiny little opening in some really dense woods, and it's like if they come into this opening, they're under 20 yards for sure. Like you can't really shoot more than probably 18 yards. So
Yeah.
like when they come in, they are right on top of you. So it was super cool. Like I said, I had a couple of them come in there and kind of mill around for a while. Ended up getting a nice shot on one there, and it was sweet. Yeah, I was super pumped. Made a good shot on it.
Were you solo down there, or did your dad join you too?
Yeah, I was solo. So that was fun. Like I mean, I like hunting with other people too, but sometimes it's sweet to just kind of be doing your own thing and whatever. So yeah, it was sweet. It was actually the first sit in that well, I'd hunted Saturday. I killed that deer on Sunday. Hunted Saturday and like nothing moved. None of my trail cameras even took a picture that day. And I was just like, damn, but I was like, I didn't feel like the spot had a good showing. So I'm like, I'm going back in the morning. Went in there and I think I shot that deer at like, I don't know, like 7:30. It was like pretty like right away. And whatever. I ended up going out of there and taking care of it right away. I found it super fast. It went like 60 yards probably and piled up. But I spent the rest of the day just cutting it up because it was kind of warm out and I was just like, just wanted to get it broken down and everything. So butchered it all up and just got it in a cooler and I just like aged it for like 2 days in the cooler and then packaged it all up.
What do you mean you aged 2 days in the cooler? Like after you have it sitting on ice, you'll let it sit in the cooler for 2 days.
Yeah, well, yeah, because like normally, like if I shoot a deer, a lot of times I'll just hang it or whatever for like a day or two or whatever. But like when it's warm out, I don't like to let them hang, right? Because it's like I don't want the meat to spoil or anything.
Of course,
and like if you shoot it when it's warm outside, it's like 50, 60 degrees out, and you cut it up, the meat doesn't really like have a chance to cool down. So if you package it when it's still like pretty much warm, like you get a lot of moisture in there and everything. So I try to cool them down and just like age them for a day or two. Just some of the moisture comes out. The meat tightens up a little bit. I don't know. I've just always been like, I never wanted to like package like super fresh meat like that, like super whatever, warm, I guess. So, yeah, I did that. Went super good. Ate some of it already. It's delicious, super good meat. Pumped with that. But that night, of course, I'd been getting, I think I sent you, I had some pictures of some really nice bucks that have been kind of poking around here and there and still like moving a lot at night. And shot that doe in the morning. And of course, I didn't sit in the afternoon. And one of the bigger ones that's been poking around showed up there in daylight in the afternoon at like 5:30. And I was like kicking myself for not going back and sitting. But I was like, what are you going to do?
But he actually daylighted.
He did. And then I've had like some random cruiser bucks kind of daylight, but nothing consistent, like just show up one, whatever. And some weird stuff. But I had a pretty nice one show up tonight at like 5. And I'm just like, they're starting to get a little bit frisky, Yeah. So but this weekend was really slow. For me, I mean, I talked to several other people that said the same, like even the cameras weren't really doing a lot. So I think just that little warm up we had just kind of put the brakes on everything. And then
it was just like a warm east southeast wind all weekend.
Yeah.
And it was warm, dude. It was wicked warm.
It was warm. Yeah. And it definitely put the grinding brakes on whatever was happening with as far as like progressing with the rut. I'm sure people had action, but I'm just like where I was at, man, it went from like kind of like consistently okay to just like dead sea. And I don't know where they went, if they were just laying down all day. the one thing in like where I'm hunting though is like, dude, there's endless corn and they have barely cut any of it. Like I could hear combines running all every day I was sitting, but there's still, I mean, there's a lot of corn to cut. Like they don't just get it done in a day. So I think they're going to be going at it pretty hard this week to get a lot of that out. But I'd be pretty pumped if most of it gets cut by this coming weekend.
Or if it's getting cut when you're out there this weekend would be kind of cool. And the reason I say that is like, same here. There's a ton of corn right around me, and every day or every other day, it seems like a different cornfield is being cut right around my house, and I'll like drive by it as it's being cut. And it can be 1:30 in the afternoon. It can be 2, 3, 4, 5. The field that is getting cut, there's a ton of deer instantly in that field. Like they're just lazy, dude. They want it. They want it cut. They want it on the ground, and they'll go find it. They go follow that combine around. They really do.
And I think at least in where I'm at, you know, there's like not a ton of bedding cover around. Like there's just so much big ag, right?
Yeah.
That they're just bedding in the corn. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like once they harvest it, it's like you're taking away so much real estate that they can just disappear in. And then it's just starts sucking them into the woods, you know, and then it's like, then it's going to heat up on our little spot there, you know? Yeah. But no, it was cool. And there was like not even a lot of other stuff happening. I did hear just not far from where I was, there were some boys that had a field spread going that were just tearing them down, dude. I don't know if it was ducks or geese or what, but my God, did they burn through some ammunition? And I was like, God, you're sitting there in the stand just waiting for one chance. And you're just listening to that. And I'm like, damn, I'm playing the wrong game right now.
Someone is having a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. 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 All right. We'll keep on this. We got more to chat here, but guest number 1 has arrived. I think we just bring him in right away. We
bring him in. Well, before we even preface this, we kind of wanted to do an October hunting special. And if we're talking especially October deer hunting, if we're talking deer hunting in general, we got to have on the herd bull. We got to have him on. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Oh.
Whoa.
Okay. Pause.
We're pausing. We're pausing. We got to bring in the pride of Montana here.
Oh, this is guest number 1.
Number 1.
Ryan can see backstage. I can't. Oh, yes, he's here. Yes. From the guiding field to the show. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one, the only, PTB, Captain Bill.
There he is. Wow.
Happy days.
What up?
Happy days.
What's up, players?
God damn, you look good.
He's back.
Well, I'm not certain about that, but you know, I'm working on a little black cherry roadie here. Check that out. That's
beautiful.
This is a 19.2 ouncer here.
That's a big dog. Yeah, that's a big dog.
Wool flapper hat on head, white claw in hand, happy man.
Hey, good to see you guys. I just got home. You know, Ryan texted me, and I thought I'm going to dim my lights a little bit.
Oh yeah, put the mood on.
Yeah, well, it's just so bright in here. He texted me like 2 hours ago, and I thought it was late. I had dinner with my neighbors tonight, and I'm like screaming home down the road. I'm like, oh man, okay. If I get in, maybe I'll get in on the tail end. And then I pull in, and you've only been recording for 11 minutes. So I guess I'm right.
You don't have to lie. You don't have to lie to the
It's perfect.
The text chain said we're talking hunting, and Bart's not going to be there. See you in 11 minutes.
And count me in.
Yeah, that's not one that's getting left on red, you know. I mean,
no. But I actually thought, God, maybe they're recording early tonight. I'm gonna be late, but no, I'm here and I'm happy to be here. Good to see you guys.
Happy
good
days.
to see you
Cheers,
too.
Wild Bill.
Yeah,
cheers.
we're just chatting a little bow hunting here. We're just rehashing the past couple weekends, you know. Yeah. Things are going good. I was just telling Sobi, I put one down last weekend. Got a little.
I saw that. Yeah,
a little doe action. So,
and he got it on film too. He got it on film.
I did. I got the whole thing, and I will say, it's kind of a sick video.
It's super sick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to see it. What platforms will it be released on? What channels?
Well, that's a great question.
Okay. I'm just curious.
We haven't gotten that far yet.
Sure.
I have been pressing Ryan. I was like, Ryan, give me this delicious kill footage and let me wrap a video around it. And he's like, this footage is mine. And I was like, give it to me.
Who's the fella, Ryan? Who's the fella that he comments on every single one of your Instagram posts and says,
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Only commenting until Ryan quits his job and becomes.
He's a real one though, dude. Yeah,
he is. I support it too.
I appreciate it. The peer pressure is mounting. It's there.
Oh, I'd bag it. I mean, everything's going to shit. I mean, 5 years from now, we probably won't even be here. So why not?
Yeah.
I mean,
see, that's the attitude that I'm looking for there.
No, that's the attitude. We're on a path of total implosion in this country. So I think, you know what? Anybody out there listening, just give it up. Just quit and do whatever you want to do, because you might get 2 good seasons out of it and then
run it,
Run it. It's time to get in the woods around the water.
That's what I'm saying.
Darkness is looming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here, baby, get out there.
There is a dark cloud overhead, and I don't see it subsiding anytime soon. So I would encourage anybody. Yeah. I mean, if you hate your job, or not even if you hate it, but if you just want to be done, just quit,
Just
give it
quit.
up. Who cares?
Yeah.
Do whatever you want. I mean,
Perfect.
ignorance is bliss,
There it is. Yeah. But yeah, things are good. We got meat coming in, more to come. But Sam, I know you've been hunting a bunch too. I'm sure Stolski's gonna have better stories than us.
That's for sure. Okay, you're right. Let me go first. I guess I could wrap this up pretty quick. I've been hunting hard, right away. I haven't been like bow hunting many weeks, probably just like 2.5 weeks now. Not like every day.
But you've been trail camera grinding.
Oh yeah. I've been moving a lot of stands, moving a lot of trail cameras and stuff, and then right away getting out there. I passed on a beautiful mother with some twins because I thought I was better than that. And then after that, it's basically just been some fawns and some fork bucks.
Sure.
Close encounters with them, some cool trail camera photos, and then Steph the Great. She's been hitting it hard on the weekends too.
Mm-hmm.
And she had a couple interactions with some does and a small buck that busted her. And then this past weekend, 6 yards away, she was like, there's this one queen bee doe that's like in this little slice of woods she likes to hunt. The stand is really convenient to get to. It's kind of a little ninja stand, and she likes to go to that one. And then this queen bee doe is like with 2 other pretty mature does. I don't know if they'd kick their fawns ready or what, but it comes rolling into her and it hangs out by her at like 25 yards through this kind of thick cover right to her left. And it walks out like 6 yards away. And it's like a night that it's like super calm.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just me and the GoPro footage, and then her telling the story. Like on the GoPro footage, she slowly stands up and she's clean. And I can hear this doe walking, and it like walks into frame, and she just draws back, and you can like hear her arrow. She's got a nice rest. It's not like it's old or whatever, but you can just like hear her arrow go. And this queen bee doe looks at her and just and books ass out of there, dude. This deer is like underneath her right there. So that was pretty high tense. That was exciting. Steph was feeling heavy about it for a while after that. It was a big doe too. Like it was a trophy mother.
Damn.
So yeah, besides that, just a lot of little bucks on camera, and we're still waiting for things to really cool down, hopefully heat up more.
The good news is it's a long season.
Yeah.
That's true.
It kind of goes by quick. I feel like I'm gonna blink my eye and it'll be Halloween. I'll blink my eye again and it'll be gun season here.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we got one more legit weekend until opening day of gun season. So hey, it's not like people stop bow hunting, but goddamn, getting one done before that is something.
No easy task. Blink your eyes again, it'll be Armageddon.
I know, but like it needs to happen. You know what I mean? Like before the woods are just It'd be nice to put a little meat in the freezer.
Blink your eyes again. It'll be like I Am Legend. You guys ever seen that movie, Will Smith? That's what we're headed for.
That's coming.
Yeah. So hold on tight.
How about you, Will?
I'll get his buddy. He finds the dog. Then the dog, he has to shoot it.
I'll be that hungry.
Aside from all that outside noise, no, I've been pretty good, I guess. Yeah.
All right. Give us. I know you got at least one good hunting story because you sent me the picture.
Sure. Hold on a second. I gotta grab another tall boy.
Yeah, another Topo Chico for the boys here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but I want to get like a how today went. That's what I'm looking for here.
I want how today went and then how the hunt.
I know you were on the water today, so I want to hear about that. But then I want to hear about this hunting story because I
don't mind if I do 25-ounce twisted tea in my fridge.
I love how you've been hitting the tall boys. This is
I know they sell
when I'm ready. Not I need to get up every 5 minutes.
It's an easy thing at the gas station. Pick one out. But what was the question? What did I do today?
Yeah, give us the rundown.
I fished today. I worked today. The end is so near. I fished with a fella named Lee, who I fished with earlier this month. Came back. Nice guy. We had good fishing. It was a little windy out there. It was a little breezy for sure, which it has been. But we had good fishing. We hooked some nice fish. We landed some nice fish. All in all, it was really kind of a nice day. It was a ghost town out there. It was like the only boat out. It was fantastic. Really? Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it comes to a screeching halt here this time of year.
Does it end around kind of Labor Day around you? Is that when it really kind of shuts down?
No, not Labor Day. That'd be like early September, Sobi.
I don't know. I just don't know. Like when the total pressure kind of ends.
No, I would say it probably like October. What is the
once people start hunting?
Yeah. October 20th, I would say, is kind of like the tap starts to shut off. But I've been working a lot. But
has it all been trout, or are you doing anything else?
No, just trouting. Yeah, trouting and pouting. No, it's been. I mean, the fishing right now is like, it's so good. I mean, it's like epic. Like,
I just know you'd been abusing some walleyes earlier in the year, and I didn't know if you'd.
No, that was a fun little. Yeah, that was a fun little side deal, but now not so much.
All right.
No, the fishing right now is really, really good. We had great fishing today. A little breezy, but I work tomorrow, and then after that, that might be it. That might be
free man.
Maybe we'll see. Ultimo dia, perhaps the last day. But on Wednesday, I'm going to Idaho to go fish for fun, not for work, for fun, for 4 days. And then I'll be back here on Saturday. And then it'll be time to hunt.
Are you just going steelheading?
Yeah, just steelheading, me and one of my buddies. But I did get a chance to hunt a little bit like 2 weeks ago, antelope opener in Montana. And my brother and I, Joe, we both got antelope opening day, which was really nice. Really nice that it worked out that way. Were
you scout? Did you scout this area, or did you just roll out for opening day?
No scouting. I've got a rancher out there in eastern Montana that I think for the last 4 or 5 years we've hunted out there. And he lets me hunt on his ground, and there's a lot of antelope there, but I just give him a bunch of salmon, and he lets us hunt it. But yeah, it worked out perfect because the way it's set up, the opener was on a Saturday, and then there was a bunch of weather coming in on the Sunday, like rain and like shitty stuff like that. And out there, which I'm sure you've probably seen it, Ryan, if those roads in eastern Montana, especially where we were, get any kind of moisture on them at all, they turn into the slick gumbo nastiness. And so we both had we knew we had to get it done on Saturday. Like Saturday was the day to do it. And so we're like, well, we're not gonna, not that I'm picky on antelope to begin with, but like the first two antelope bucks we see, we need to kill them. And so I got mine at about 7:30 opening morning, and then Joe got his at about noon.
Nice.
And it worked out great. But on a side note of all that, have you guys seen the price of beef lately?
No.
Well, it's higher than it's ever been. The
Really?
price per pound of beef. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like
I'm probably one of the worst people to ask that question to.
Right. Exactly. No, myself included, but like the price of beef is higher than it's ever been. And I have never seen the rancher his name's Rod. I've never seen him in a better mood than he was.
He's like, man, we're selling.
He was
wow, I'm rich.
He was shipping that opening morning, and he like called me. And he's like, "Hey, don't come around the house." He's like, "We're gonna be shipping calves," and so he's like, "Come around our like lunchtime." And so we came through at lunch, and he was just getting back, and oh my gosh, I've never seen a man just so happy, so happy. I mean, because he just gotten paid, but he goes to Joe and I. He goes, "Boys," he goes, "it's a good time to be a rancher." He goes, "Keep eating your beef."
That's incredible.
That's awesome.
He was through the moon, and I was happy for him, but like, man, he was just ecstatic. And usually he's not quite like that, he's not.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm pumped we have some antelope meat so we don't have to go pay the piper.
Yeah.
Things
are going good in his world.
You gotta shoot these stinky goats. I go, you can't afford this.
That's funny.
But he was through the moon about it. And so yeah, that whole deal worked out really good. We were done by about 3:00 and then drove back home. And it's a long drive out there, 4.5, 5 hours, and got home. And then we had all day Sunday to kind of get everything cut up and processed. And
how convenient is that? It's like, if you're going to go to the trouble to do it all, and you might as well just double down, and you both have your freaking antelopes. Like
it worked out. It worked out so good.
Dude, they looked like pretty nice bucks too.
Joe's was a really nice buck. Mine was kind of a dink, but antelope hunting, it is what it is, and but we saw that thing, like right off the bat, 20 minutes into shooting light, and we're like, come on. And we had to put there was a stock, there was a little bit of had to kind of swing around them, and there was some effort, and same with Joe. So we had a hunt on both of them, but man, worked out great, because on Sunday it got so nasty, and like we'd have been stuck where we were camping. Like you couldn't have even got to where we were if those roads get wet,
Yeah.
So,
was it pretty long shooting, or did you guys get in on
them? Mine was pretty far. It was 345. I killed mine at.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So a good poke. Joe's was a little closer. It was about 200.
Yeah.
But mine was one of those deals where, like, on mine, we put the stock on it and kind of did a big sort of half circle. And then it ended up going right back to the road, essentially where we parked, the ranch road, and then shot it like right off of there. So kind of did like a big giant, like 1,200 yard loop. And then it was like right back where we started. But,
were they pushing any does around, or not really?
No, they were pretty much done, because of the bucks that we saw. Mine was all by himself, and Joe's was with one other buck, but it was all pretty much over. So, and we didn't see a lot of antelope. That was the other thing. It was like, maybe you'd be a little more choosy if you saw a bunch, but we didn't see a ton. So, and we had already decided it was like the first 2 bucks,
that's fair. That's sweet though. I just always enjoyed being out there when they're rutting, you know what I mean? Because it's like, if you like rut action at all, like watching antelope do it is so badass.
How would you compare it to, like,
they're extremely aggressive?
Oh, not even close, dude. It's like they're like, when you get like some of these bucks that they start fighting or whatever, like whitetails, they scrap for a while and then they kind of break. Like these antelope, dude, like they'll have their little group of does and they'll be kind of tending them or whatever, and another buck comes over like the horizon, dude. Like I'm talking like the furthest hill you can see, and just stands on the top, and that buck will leave his does and just run 50 mile an hour all the way to that other buck to run them off. Like I'm talking like 2 miles,
like super
in a dead run all the way there. They'll run them off, and then another buck will swoop in on his does where he just left to, and he'll come running all the way freaking back 50 mile an hour to run them off. It's like, it's the most insane, dude. Just watching them just go full tilt.
How would you guys compare antelope meat to like whitetail?
I think it's very good.
It's totally different.
It's good.
Really?
It's very good, but it's totally it's not the same. It's like, it's got its own thing. It's not even the same color, you know?
Yeah, you hear some like stories about like people eating like bad antelope, and I've had like not great antelope, but like the key with the antelope, I think anyways, is getting the hide off of them like immediately. You know, like their hide is so thick. I mean, they're like, it's really thick hide. So I think getting it off, right, and cooling them down immediately. And we've always had good antelope, but I've eaten some that's like not so good.
Yeah, like you said, I think you just got to break it down right away. Like, you don't want to like throw this thing in your truck and just drive around with it, you know?
No, don't. Yeah, you don't want to do that. And they're not very big. Like, you don't get a lot of meat off of them at all. They're little animals, you know.
Right. Yeah, you knock them apart and get it in your cooler, you know?
Yeah. I mean, you can fit an entire one in like a Yeti 45. So
yeah, exactly.
Like, they're the size of like a small whitetail doe. Like even the bucks, like they're little, you know.
Are you
they're all like torso, the antelope are. Like, they have a huge, like, you know what I mean, Ryan? Like they're all.
No, I know what you're saying. Because their legs are like that big.
Yeah,
they're itty bitty little thing.
Yeah, they're all like torso, guts, and then like not much else. So
yeah,
they're goofy little critters. Yeah.
Are you cook? You making anything good with that, or what'd you guys do with it?
Well, we did save our shanks, and we've done some stuff with the shanks, which we've enjoyed doing. Kind of ossobuco, that
oh yeah,
kind of
dude,
thing.
hell yeah.
But I love, like, we cut some steaks and roasts off of them. Like a good antelope roast is just fine. The problem is the backstraps are only like this long,
Yeah.
that's it. Like the whole frame, they're not very
get that thing eaten up, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, there's not much left. So at least we got two, but yeah, no, now moving on, to deer and elk. So hopefully that will start to transpire. So
yeah. So you guys got tags for both?
We do. Yeah. Joe and I both do, just general tags. No special draws or anything, but the season opened on Saturday. So it's open now for rifle.
Yeah.
But,
and it goes all the way through November, right? So.
Oh yeah, until like Thanksgiving. It's a
sweet.
Yeah. So yeah, I finish up guiding tomorrow. Gonna go steelhead for 4 days, and then once I'm back here, then it'll just be just time to hunt. So
hell yeah,
for a good 3 or 4 weeks. So
yeah,
I'm excited.
No, I'm looking for it. Like I said, I'm coming out your way in couple, I guess like 3 weeks.
You have a buck tag?
We're the three of us are going out. We have 1 buck tag and 2 whitetail doe tags.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be kind of more of a meat mission, but hopefully we can get the drop on 1 nice buck. I think we're probably going to be looking for mule deer. But
yeah,
I mean, you never know. Like, you come across a good whitetail anywhere, I suppose. But
and pretty sweet, because this is Nicole's first out west hunt, right?
Yeah. My girlfriend got a tag, so this will be her first. Like,
does she have the buck tag?
She does not. My old man's got that tag.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that'll be fun, though. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm pumped. I think we'll get it done. I mean, it's not too hard to come across them, so I think we'll get our chances.
Yeah.
We just got to make it happen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We'll be out there in like a couple weekends from now.
Well, yeah. When do you come? When's your arrival?
I think I'm getting out there on like the 13th.
Okay, gotcha.
So like probably like that, like Thursday through Sunday or Monday kind of thing, depending on how things shake out. So yeah, and then whatever, have a week to mess around here and before Thanksgiving and stuff. But people are going to be killing, so just got to get in on it,
No, that'll be good. It'll be fun to be back out for sure.
Are you guys are you going to do a separate trip for the elk, or are you going kind of a combo deal where you're heading?
Well, I got kind of a deal going on. My dad drew a elk and a deer tag, and so he's coming out here like
Oh, nice.
November 11th, I think, or the 12th.
Sweet.
And then he's gonna be here for like close to 2 weeks. So, the deer thing will be easy.
Sure.
Well, not easy, but you know what I mean. Like
yeah. You're gonna go find a deer,
Yeah, that'll be a doable enterprise. The elk thing will be a little tougher, but
because he's just got a general elk tag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, excited about that. That'll be fun, to have them out and all that stuff. But yeah, building up to that, I'll probably mostly just deer hunt. I like elk hunting, but I really like mule deer hunting.
I don't blame you, dude. It's a hell of a good time, especially because you got a good spot to like watch them like start to rut and like you can glass over a lot of stuff. Like
I just like seeing them. I mean, I just like looking at them. So
yeah,
I will probably do a little bit of elk hunting prior to that. It depends how fast I get my deer killed. But
yeah, but you never know. It could be day one right away. So
right, it could be last year I killed mine on like day 14, and it wasn't even really that big, but that's just how long it took, to find a decent one. But yeah, no, either way it'll be fun. It'll be a fun fall. So it'd be fun to have them out here and all that stuff. So yeah, mostly I'm just like, I'm real excited about just not fishing for trout every day.
For a little while anyway. Yeah.
For a little while. Yeah.
Right. We can't continue this hunting chatter without bringing in our second guest.
We told you before we weren't sure how many guests or who was showing up, but this is a special one. You are am I introing him right here?
Bring it. He's here.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are graced with the time of not only an artist, an angler, but a bad to the bone freaking hunter. And being in October, we're bringing in the one, the only, the herd bull, Chancy Walters, ladies and gentlemen.
God damn, it's good to see you.
Oh, I love you guys. Holy shit.
What
Look
bar
at
are you parked outside?
Shit, I heard it. Well, I got in a little early here. I pulled in there and I heard him talking about the antelope deal and all that, man. I agree 100%. You got to get them some bitches skinned out real quick.
Yeah,
because they're like a tube hair. It was crazy. We had a hoist hooked already in the ball hitch. As soon as we shot him, we drove there instantly and got to him and skinned them suckers out so fast. Because if you didn't, that tube hair would just them oils of that meat or the hair would just go right onto the meat. That sagey. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, you got to get it off immediately.
That sounds like a killer setup. You got to be ready. I like that.
Yeah, it was real quick. It was my buddy's setup. He told me, I said, there's no way. He says, no, trust me. When we shoot them, we got to skin them some bitches real quick and have the coolers ready. And it was no joke. But we made them edible. But yeah, they're not a whitetail or an elk.
Dang. Chancy, give us a breakdown of basically earlier October.
Hey, hold on. Is my screen right? Do I need to flip? There, now we're partying.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That looks even better.
Go ahead, Sobi. What were you saying?
What have you been up to? You been in Iowa or you been traveling? What have you been up to?
Yeah,
give us the breakdown.
I've been in Iowa. I got a little property. I've been doing a remodel for 3 years, and my wife's been on my ass. Finally, let's get this thing done. So I've been grinding down here, putting cameras out for her, tree stands. I'm pretty much her whitetail hunting slave. She's got a whip about 10 yards long and just whips me. But I got all this stuff dialed in, been just trying, because I want her to be, when she's in the stands, she's hunting a lot of stuff that I used to hunt. I got the safety harnesses or the safety ropes going in and out. I got to have it all dialed in for her, and it's a lot of work, but should have been done in the summer, but I was too busy doing that. Doing other things, fishing. And
your head's in the woods now, though. I know you're.
Yeah, pure woods. You couldn't catch me on a lake right now. I got 2 days to go on the lake, and I just don't think I can pull it off.
No,
so.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep your head in the woods.
Wouldn't.
It'll be fine. Well, I heard this boy here talking about steelhead. I would love to get up in the jungle and catch some big steelhead now.
Sure, they're around.
Yeah, he's done guiding.
Yeah,
Well,
no
I'm
more
not the
guiding,
guide.
but
I'll just hop, just go. You don't have to teach me. I mean, I've fished. I've caught the steelheads. I've caught have been on accident up on the Kenai or the Kasilof River in Alaska.
yeah,
I
of
caught them on
course.
accident.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's coming into good steelhead fishing time for sure.
Jesus.
What part of
Weird
Idaho
does
are you going to, Will?
What's that?
What part of Idaho are you going to?
Oh, the same the Clearwater.
He's going to
Lewiston.
where he hates guiding. He's going right there.
Yeah, I'm going there. Yeah, hell on earth.
Are
Yeah.
you staying at their lodge too?
No, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But it's the biggest steelhead closest to me. It's a 6-hour drive from Montana, so
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of choices. But it'll be fine.
But at least there's no pressure. You're just going there to beat on them a little bit,
Yeah, if I catch a couple, I'll be happy. Won't have to.
You need to take Chancy. You need to take
What's the size?
Chancy.
What's the size you get into? I mean, what's the
On,
flavor there?
on the Clearwater, I mean, you have legitimate chances at 20 pounders. The average size fish there is 14 to 15 pounds. Big ones.
I'm into the 10 pounders. Just get me on the 10-pound hole. I'll be happy.
Well, those are there too, for sure. But
Yeah.
average size Clearwater fish, 12 pounds probably.
Man, beautiful
nice
fish, man.
Yeah,
I
perfect.
got to tell you, my first steelhead I ever caught, and I caught it on accident. I'm on the Kasilof River. This is no shit. My buddy, I'm helping him frame his house, and I'm like, dude, drop me off at some river around here. And he didn't really know the lingo quite yet there. He drops me on the Kasilof River Bridge. I didn't know where, but I'm just like, I'm going to go fishing. Just drop me off, meet me here in the evening. I'll be here. He drops me off. It's left or right side of the river, and I just kind of took a gamble. I'm gonna go right. I get down in there and I start walking. I'm seeing bear shit everywhere, bear prints. I'm like, I don't know if this is a smart idea. I'm by myself. I don't have bear spray. I don't got nothing. I got a can of ravioli in my tackle box and a 9-weight fly rod. And I start going down the damn river, and I get down there where I see that I chose the wrong side of the river because there was like a little area called Crooked Creek, and there was other people on the other side of the river. And I'm like, holy shit. And they're like, how did you get over there? And I'm like, I walked from the bridge. And they're like, you're crazy. Anyway, I ended up, a guy pulled up in a boat. But before that, I'm out there throwing a Russian fly, stupid ass fly. I'd rather throw an octopus hook, obviously, when you're flossing reds and kings and stuff. And I was throwing this Russian fly, and all of a sudden, bam, I catch like a 10-pound steelhead. That was my first steelhead. It was pretty cool, man. I thought it was a rainbow trout.
Yeah,
This is,
that's cool.
12 years ago, 15 years ago. So,
Yeah.
at
but that
least
was a
that
cool
was in a
experience,
cool
man.
place, at least, though, right? I mean, it's
What's
not like
that?
I said at least it was in a cool place, though.
It was a beautiful area, and these
great
guys started coming down in these drift boats, and they're like, how the hell did you get over there? I said, I walked from the bridge, and they're like, holy shit, we've never seen anybody walk from the bridge. And I'm like, well, shit, man, it was either left or right, and I just picked the wrong side, but I'm still here fishing. They're like, get in the boat with us. Well, you can fish with us the rest of the day. And
No way.
made some really good friends, and
That's
and it was pretty cool. Yeah. They were, bottom bouncing kings.
Right.
Have you been up to your buddy's place since?
I've been up there. I haven't got to fish the Kasilof River in a long time, but it seems like when I go up there, I just fish the Kenai for trout and rip some reds, and then and just hang out and party and drink wine and
I will say
my
that's
buddies.
like an epic story for like catching your because like it made me think. I was just thinking like about steelhead fishing, and I've never gone to Alaska to do it, but like dude, the first one I ever caught was like polar opposite of what you just said. It was literally Menominee River in Milwaukee catching Great Lakes steelhead.
Oh wow!
Literally in the parking lot of the Brewers Stadium, and I think I hooked it in the tail with a yarn fly, and it got like wrapped around a shopping cart in the river and shit because it's just all just
no way.
You know what I mean? Just like a total gong show. The whole thing, like so not pretty, not nature, nothing. Like literally downtown Milwaukee. And you're like Alaska, like sick.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
No, it's Alaska's a very special place, man. I mean, if I wasn't married, I'd live up there. But the thing is, Alaska was one of those deals where I took a little break from bass fishing. I went up there, and I'm like, this is awesome. But after about I think I was up there for 5 summers from I'm going to say beginning of June to August. And I was missing my bass fishing because Alaska fishing's not like real fishing like bass fishing. You're catching, you know what I mean?
Right.
The fish are a lot stupider, than a bass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a bass on a lake, not the farm ponds, people. It's just a different game, And I, it's like, man, I'll go up and do that for a week, but yeah, it's not real fishing to me. It's more of an adventure vacation fishing to me.
That's
sure.
But the steelhead is the bass of the rivers.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
You'd say the same thing, Will? You think steelhead is the bass of the rivers?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good comparison. That or silvers. I don't know if you ever there when you were catching silvers, but
yeah, they're fun, man. I love them.
I've caught silvers on topwaters, and I've caught them on spooks. I've caught them on poppers. I've caught them on wog flies. I mean, that's in Bristol Bay, but on the Kenai too, you can get some there. But yeah, I agree. If you're fishing for like reds or flossing, then yeah, of course, it's not really fishing.
Yeah.
Or even back trolling plugs for kings, like that's the guide is the one fishing. It's not the client, but it spoils you for sure. Alaska does,
dude. I'll tell you, man. I'm talking to somebody that kind of knows the back trolling thing. I did it for up there in Alaska, and we caught some nice kings and learned with the quick fish, dude. I was running, the ShamWow claws. I was soaking them in herring and all that shit, and I was braiding them on just like you put your meat on. I was putting them on, and I would soak them in that stuff, dude. I was ruining them, and I put you're gonna laugh. I ran a power bait, pretty much a fluorescent pink, your worm to run just your springtime worm where you can run your leader, you know what I mean, and you make it kind of curl. What the hell's the technique called? You're running a worm. It's just a single worm, and in the springtime it works pretty good. You run a white worm or a pink worm. Oh my God, brain fart. But anyway, that worm, I would hook that on the back of an octopus hook because we could just run singles, and I'd run that worm on the back of the quick fish, and that thing would just annoy him on another level. And I was hooking up a lot more kings than a lot of people, just running a pink thread and a pink worm, power bait pink worm on it.
Interesting.
No, I believe that for sure. It
was so stupid, but
the plug fishing thing, the thing about plug fishing is a lot of people like, and I guide fly fishing. So a lot of people will talk shit about plug fishing, but there is plug fishing. It's its own entity, especially back trolling plugs. And you will have, I'm sure you saw it, you'll have one plug, a runner plug that is better than all the rest of yours
combined. Man.
You'll find one. I mean, I had one that had no paint left on it. It caught more fish than all of the rest of it, but it had the right. I don't know what it was.
I know it's so weird, man. I do agree.
It's a real thing. It's so bizarre.
It really is crazy.
But, yeah. No, I miss the Kenai sometimes, but
yeah, it's over. I don't think you'll ever be able to fish a king salmon off of that river ever again.
No, I don't think in the next 2 decades anyways, which is good. It's a good thing that they're closing it down.
Yeah, it needs to be closed down there. It all needs to be closed. Everything king salmon needs to be closed. It's sad, man.
I agree. My dad guided there in the 80s and 90s and back in the heyday when it was super good, and they never thought they would run out, And
I'll tell you, while we're on this is something that don't get talked about a lot, but when I was there, within the five summers when I was there, oh, hold on. I'm in my truck. I got to turn. The 5 summers that I was there, I seen the decline in the 5 years that I was there, and to me, you can, there's obviously a lot of things in the ocean that are going on with, they kill a lot of kings out there, but you got 100 guys on the river back trolling kings with spinning glows and quick fish, and you're catching 30, 40 pounders and letting them go because they want to keep 50, 60, 70 pounders. Salmon are genetics, just like a whitetail. You cannot, they're 100% like a whitetail. They're a genetic fish, just like a human. 2 big people breed, they're going to have big kids. I mean, it's just part of the game, Yeah. You got 2 tall people, you're going to produce tall kids. A king salmon that comes in, 6 years, which is, usually a 60 pounder, whatever they say, 10 pounds a year on an average or whatever. I could be wrong.
No,
that's what I heard.
That's right.
and they come in and you catch all those big genetic freaks for 20 years, you're going to see some decline on them big 70+ pound fish, and it happened in their own eyes.
No, 100%. And I agree, like the sport fishermen and the guides, and, I'm one of them.
Yep.
They don't want to take any kind of blame. The commercial fishermen, for sure, there's
that's the main problem.
100%. But you are 100% right in that, like, and my dad will say it, when they were throwing back, like you said, 40 pounders to try to kill a 60, and most days they did. So eventually you take out those big genetics. I mean, yeah, of course that's going to happen. So I don't think sport fishermen are completely to blame, but I mean, they shoulder some of it for sure.
No, there was a trawl. One more thing about this king salmon deal. I'm out. We go off of Homer. Me and a buddy, we take his big plate boat out. He used it for back trolling, moose hunting, and everything. We went out there. My buddy Sean McDowell. We go out there and we break down, and it was something stupid. We didn't know what it was. Anyway, one of the big trawlers comes up and they tow us in. We had to shoot a damn flare to get them out, get them to come over and get us. And they came in and they were handing us bags of king salmon off the damn boat that they
sure, the bycatch.
And and because those fish, they're all dead in the nets, those big kings, and they hook them in the beak, and so all those fish are dead. So I mean, it's sad, man.
It's death by 1,000 cuts. I mean, everyone wants to blame, but it's a shitty deal, sure.
Yeah, that's sweet that you got to experience that though. Because
I was just thinking the same thing. It's cool you got to experience it, and you kind of even saw some progression in the past, like in the 5 years you were there. Like
it was spooky, man. I got part of an organization called the Kenai Sport Fishing Association, and I donated my artwork to it, and it was part of that deal. And I would cook different at these events and do this whole deal, and I was it was fun as shit, and I love being a part of it. Man, it was really sad to see in that short period of a window that I knew eventually you ain't gonna be able to fish these kings there, and that's how it is now. I mean, it's horrible. It's unfortunate.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's switch gears. Let's switch gears to some whitetail action. I want to pick your brain on some whitetail action. I want you to tell us an October story, maybe not exactly a Halloween story, but one maybe right before Halloween or one on Halloween. I want to.
Well, you got one loaded up that's stuck in your memory right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I think of what's the 28th right now? Is it 28th?
27 right now.
27th. Yeah. Okay. 27th. Back when I used to tree stand hunt, it's been 10 years since I've been in a tree stand. I ground hunt now. It's just how we do it at Whitetail Adrenaline. But I grew up tree stand hunting, and it seemed like from the 26th to Halloween, I have rattled so many deer in. Not a lot of big bucks. I mean, it's, a lot of deer, though. A lot of 3-year-olds now that I look back at it. A lot of a few 4-year-olds. And I would, back then I'll shoot a 4-year-old 160-inch deer. I mean, man, you can't get too greedy when you're hunting cow pasture timber, non-food plot. I mean, that's a hell of a deer, right?
Yeah.
Well, back then I remember there was 2 different sets that one year. I think it was on the 25th and the 28th. This is no shit. And a few of the deer might have been the same deer, but I rattled like over 20 different bucks in them different days.
Damn.
And a lot of them were little basket racks and shit like that. And I now that I look back at it, I think probably 5 of them were the same deer, but it was just one of those crazy. I mean, if you ain't got the horns right now and with you right now from here to Halloween, you're crazy, because this is when you can kill a big one in calling in really easy. And then I feel like right now, and then into November was always my favorite time to call big ones in, because if you look at it right now, they're trying to find the first hot doe. They're competing, and if they hear something going on, they're fighting over a doe that's in heat, so they come right away. And then you got your lockdown phases, and then you got your late November, when most of the does have been bred. Now they're searching for that last, prime time, and they, they're just trying to battle over it. There's 10 dudes at the bar and there's one hot chick. I mean, pretty much how you do the math.
Do you have any rattling tips? Like just
Yeah.
quick and dirty tips that you're like,
He's like, nope.
You're like that you're okay giving away with now that you're like,
no, it ain't no secret shit.
this.
Hey, deer hunting's not like bass fishing. Okay, you
Yeah.
got to be careful what you talk about in that, right? Anyway, I don't think anybody would listen to me bass fishing because I ain't been catching them very good in the big circuits. But you know, it is what it is, boys. But
That's
I will
fishing,
tell
dude.
you,
Well, we're talking about punching tags right here.
that's right. Well, I will tell you, I know, I get drifty. Deer rattling. You gotta be. Here's how I look at it. Big bucks. If you're wanting to kill a mature deer, you can't be just doing the tinkle tinkle. You can't.
Yep.
Like you guys have been out and you'll see two little bucks and they're just barely sparring and they're playing. They're learning the vibe, right?
Yeah.
If you'd kind of just tinkle the horns, there's no aggression there. There's no, they hear them tinkling ass little puke baby bucks all the time. And this is a fact. Deer, big bucks when they hear aggression, that means you got two mature deer and there's guarantee there's a hot doe near. So you got to show some real like deep. And a lot of people, when deer fight, they push. They're not like moving their heads like a damn, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? They're more grinding. So rattling, you want to grind. And I mean, does it matter? Not all the time, but most, like, why not be as real as you can as two mature deer fighting? And that means that you hold them antlers together and you grind them. It's not a cling, 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 cling. You know, they're not doing that. They're grinding.
Yeah.
And that's the best technique I can say. And when you're getting ready to rattle, this is something that I 100% believe in. And in the wild, when a deer hears another buck rattling, they come downwind of that animal most of the time. And what they're doing, they're not doing it to really get on sight. They're wanting to see it, but the first thing they want to do is they want to smell those animals. In the wild, a deer naturally, when they come downwind of a big buck or where they heard some deer fighting, they smell them every time. So when they come down, a lot of people are like, "Oh, they got scared. They rattled them in, and they think they winded them." Not all the time. They got downwind of the setup, which is you, and they didn't smell the damn deer, and they're like, "Okay, something's fishy," and they get the hell out of there. Deer communicate by their smell. So if they don't smell what they know that they should be smelling, because deer stink. And I always used to spray some deer dander or buck piss, you know, anything that just smelled like a deer. So when they'd come downwind, they would get that in their mind. Okay, oh shit, there is a deer there, and then they would finish, and you just cheat the wind or whatever. Your scent control would be just enough that they would never pick you up. But that's the rattling lingo that I know that worked really well for me.
Dang, that's
I
helpful.
like that.
That's big time helpful.
Because it's like, I feel like rattling is one of those things. It's like, it doesn't work all the time, but when it works, God, it's pretty badass, you know?
It is. Oh my God. And what are you going to do? I've learned this from Don Kiske. He's probably one of my favorite hunters to watch when I was a young kid, right when Whitetail Freaks came out. And what are you going to do with a deer that's out there 200 yards if you don't have your horns with you? You're just going to sit there and watch his ass. You got to have the horns with you. They're not something it's a tool. It's a lure. It's a buzz bait. It's a damn, it's a crazy thing. You know, it's a walking bait. It's, you know, you got to have that tool in the bag, and you're not going to use it all the time, but you'll know when it's time. And I feel like from right now to November 5th, I mean, you always carry them, but right now is when you're calling big bucks in. So,
yeah, I did a little of that this weekend. I had no action, but it was just a slow weekend anyway. But
yeah,
it's gonna work, dude. It's it's prime time. But like you said, I mean, I think like when you hear it in real life, like when you actually see some bucks going to town, you're like, holy shit, like they're really doing it, you know? Like it's not like you said, some little clanking around deal. It's like they're giving her.
Yeah, I got to tell you, boys, this crazy story last year, and the footage is not out. Jared might be mad at me talking about it, but it was unbelievable. I got in on a buck. I spotted this buck. It looked like 140 140, 145 inch 8-pointer. I'm going to kill this damn thing because I got my Kansas tag, right? And I'm like, I'll shoot a beautiful 8-point. I'm not greedy. I don't need, I'm not hunting areas where you're going to kill, 180 plus every year. Obviously I've been fortunate, but I'll shoot a big 8-point. And I'm out and I spot this big bastard. I get permission, uncuffed style, knock on door. So we do uncuffed, which we call that uncuffed because I can knock on door as long as I don't know the farmers or they know me. Well, they might, you know what I mean? As long as I don't know them and I don't have no hookup, I can knock on door and get permission just like anybody else. Then it's free game. Is how we kind of film it. We want to, because knock on door permissions like public. If you're man enough to go up and talk to them and talk the lingo, and get in the door. Don't, like I say, don't ever talk about big deer to them. Don't say you've seen a big buck. That is the words of wisdom of not door knocking. Never bring up a big buck. You don't have to tell them that you've seen a big buck on their property. You're just going to go hunting.
Yeah.
A good tip. Yep.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I'm out. I spot this big buck. It was probably 140, low 140s to mid 140s 8-pointer. I'm going to deck him. I get up in there with my cameraman TC. I slide in, end up relocating the buck and getting in there or relocating another buck that I'm like, he's got to be somewhere close to there. And I see this little buck and he's just sitting down there in these horseweeds. All of a sudden, my buck jumps up out of the grass. It took us maybe 40 minutes to get in there on him. So he rebedded and got down in there. He jumps up out of his bed, chases this other little buck, or this, not a little buck, another maybe upper 30s 8-point. Run out. I think they're both 4-year-olds is what they were. And they come out and they start fighting in front of us. Like, I'm going to say 150 yards, like pure battle. I'm talking plowing to the death in the cornfield, like not no bullshit. And
Is your cameraman getting this? Is he
yeah, it's all captured. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I can go down there and kill one of these things. And they're not locked up. I would never run up and shoot one that's locked up that can't break away. But these things are fighting. I'm going to go in Cherokee style and I'm going to kill one of these some bitches like the Indians did it back in the day. And we're letting an arrow go while they're in battle. Take advantage of the moment. Remember the old paintings where they were dressed up in deer and wearing the turkey, you know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I felt like. I'm like, this is the moment. And I look at my cameraman, I'm like, I can't make it down there in time. And he's like, I don't know, maybe you can. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, film it. And I run around, go way down around the hill, and I run up this damn goalie, and I come up there and I get right on the edge, and these two things are plowing in the field, and I shoot this buck like 15 yards away. And I let the arrow go, and he kind of like juked, and I ended up just getting the top of maybe one lung. Never did ever find the deer. It was a bummer, but man, it was cool running in on those two deer fighting.
How did you jump up on them 15 yards away? Did you just I
ran
that close?
I ran this goalie. I mean, they were zoned in on their fight, right? So I'm like, I got to cover ground now, and I got lucky. They were fighting for at least 2 minutes solid, and I was able to run 150 yards around the hill out of sight down in this goalie and came up. He filmed the whole thing. It's so crazy. So it'll be fun footage. It'll be fun. It was a bummer I didn't get the deer, but I ended up getting a dog tracker to try to find him. I dedicated to try to find him. I think the deer lived, man. I don't know. It was a weird situation.
Tough animals.
Yeah, and he was charged up, dude. You know what I mean? He's charged up.
So
that's
in that situation though, like how long do you try, or I should say how fast, like if you spotted one that you're like game on, if you got to get permission, whatever, how fast do you try to get on him?
He was by himself, just kind of up on this little block of woods. Well, there was nothing around it. So I'm like, he's going to be there. I'll go and try to find permission. And the deer hunting was pretty tough last year. Didn't see a lot of deer. So you took advantage of a buck when you seen it, a good buck. And I got permission. They gave me permission. I ended up going around. And by the time I got around there, I think it was around 45 to 50 minutes by the time I got around there. And which was pretty quick to get permission and do all that. And who knows where he's at now. I just, it was uncuffed deals kind of tricky because sometimes it takes 30 minutes. Sometimes it takes an hour to get a hold of these people. And who knows where that damn deer, because you got to leave your position.
Right.
Yeah.
of watching the deer to go get permission. So I don't
So
know, man.
would you like perfect world? You're on some ground that you got like you can just call your buddy and be like, "Yo, can I let it
Oh,
rip?"
that'd be
You know?
amazing, man. I got some old buddy. I'd be like, boom, yeah, I can go, boom, and now you're in the game. But most of the time, you got to look up the phone number on the uncuffed stuff. You got to drive to their house. Doing that shit over the phone. Most of the time, it doesn't work. You got to be there in person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get there. Hey, how you doing, man? It's been a shitty hunt. I mean, I'm out here with the damn bow. I ain't killed shit. I talk a little bit of lingo.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just the gift of gab of getting in the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I mean, for like, okay, because like what you guys do with whitetail adrenaline is really badass. For like you're saying, you guys hunt on the ground and do this whole thing. Like you're not doing this whole like, oh, we're running trail cameras and only hunting this stand when we see this buck or whatever. Like you guys are just out there covering ground. Like, look, I mean, you're like, let's get eyes on them and go get them. I mean, that's totally different game.
Imagine this. Okay, you guys are fishermen.
Yeah.
Let's say you got a lake and it's June, it's post spawn time. You're scanning and trying to find schools of these fish. Okay. I am not making a damn cast on a damn fish until I find a school of fish. You can see them. And not everybody knows what they look like. Now, I had like 5 years where nobody knew what they looked like, and I had a lot of schools to myself. Well, bucks are the same way. You got to just keep cruising until you find one. There's nothing that gives you more confidence than getting on a deer that you know's there.
Yeah.
You can go in, and here's how I look at it. I cover so much ground, and you don't even see a damn buck in 100 miles of looking. What's going to tell me that there's a damn buck that I want to shoot in this random little block of woods? Just go walk in there. That's time wasted to me. So until I get my eyeballs on one, which, we do take a break and go in, do a little rattle set just to stretch some legs. But until I get an eyeball on one that I know that I want to kill, I mean, you got to, and then now I'm going in after a deer that I know I want,
Yeah. And he's moving in daylight because you just saw him.
Yeah.
And it's not like some buck that's still knocked. See, that's crazy because it's like you go on these trips, like you go out west and you spot and stalk hunt or whatever. And that's the game. It's like cover ground, find one, go get them. Yeah. And then you come back home and you're like, I'm just sitting in this tree probably.
Yeah. I look back at which, it's a different deal. That's kind of it's a time on stand. I have a buddy. He called it toss, time on stand, stupid. And you want to kill big deer, you just time on stand, and eventually every day that you don't see a big one is a day closer it's going to happen. True. And that's just it's the facts. I mean, there's been times where I hunted when I was tree stand hunting like crazy 20 days straight, and all of a sudden, bam, there he is, and boom, you whack one. But like, it's a lot of dead time. Some guys kill them on the first day. I mean, I've never been really that type of lucky. It seemed like it always took me a damn grind to get on one that I wanted. But it's hunting a deer that you visually just seen moments ago. That's a spooky feeling.
There's got to be a lot of adrenaline when you're just like you saw him. Like you saw him.
It's a bass on a bed, Sobi. It's a bass on a bed, a magnum right there.
How many times you've seen like the one and then you got shut down on getting in there though?
Oh, too many times. Too many times.
Damn. You ever seen like a freaky one and he's like, no, and you're like, please.
Well, I'll tell you, I haven't got to talk about this, but the biggest deer in my life I was on last year. I'm talking a 230 animal.
Oh my God.
And I wasn't able to shoot it because there was a certain situation, not because I didn't have permission. I had permission. It was just, I ran out of daylight. A minute and a half on the biggest deer of my life. Jared tells me I can't shoot. And he was watching the time, and you can't have a conversation when you got a deer like that close to you, but the deer ended up getting shot, and I didn't draw my tag in Kansas this year, but it's the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life. And I could have shot him.
And you had him in bow range.
I had him at 30, come up to 12 yards. I could have shot him. Minute and a half past shooting line. 230 free range uncuffed deer would have been the biggest deer shot in Kansas last year. One of them,
but you saw him.
Oh, he come right. I could have killed him. I snuck up on his ass. I just ran out of time. He messed around and he was grooming himself down in this bottom. And by the time he got up to me, I knew it was close. And I didn't let the arrow fly, man. It was a weird feeling. Tell me that one. That's the spooky, and it's all on film. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh man,
it's on film, but you probably wake up in the middle of the night to that one.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. But at the end of the day, there's no messing around. We don't gray area at whitetail ground. There's no gray areas. It is by the books. And when he told me that, when that come out of when I heard it out of my right side of my ear, I'm getting ready to go to full draw on the biggest deer I've been dreaming of my whole life. Biggest free range animal would have been probably one of the biggest deer. It wasn't on public, so it was on a knock on door permission. Oh man, I've dreamed of that moment, and I could have let the arrow go and got him, and it could have ruined, being in a minute and a half. Maybe we were good, maybe not. That certain zone, there's weird zones where that minute and a half counts, and it doesn't.
Right, where you're like plus 2 minutes over here, but yeah.
But a deer of that caliber, you can't play games, man. It takes one jealous dude that, oh my God, he killed that, and then you see the footage, and then they investigate it, and then they make some shit up, and I lose a deer, lose my whole reputation. Can't even spit the damn word out. Yeah. And I'm ruined forever because I shoot a deer a minute and a half past shooting light.
But there's got to be still some gratification that it's almost like fishing tournament where you're like you found the winning fish and you made a play on him and you knew it was going down. It's not like you went I'm sure you've had a million different heartbreak seasons or weeks, or that you're just like, I don't even know. I don't know where they're at. I don't know what's going on. It didn't come together. This totally came together, just came together a minute and a half too late. You found the winning fish. 100%.
It's a weird feeling. I've never had that happen to me in my life. And when this footage comes out, and there's a lot more to the story. I don't want to talk and blow it all, but it's crazy, man. Absolutely crazy. I mean, 15 days I was on this animal and almost got it done. It just crazy.
God, dude. I gotta get on.
Learn about him in the previous 15 days before you had a close encounter. Like, what was he doing?
This is a fact. I get out to Kansas. I had so much drama in Iowa, and that footage is going to be Jerry Springer of deer hunting when you see this video. And I had to leave Iowa, or I was going to end up knocking somebody out, or I just had too many people like trying to screw me over, and I had to just leave. So I just boom, I held it together. I'm like, let's just go to Kansas. I got to get out of Iowa right now. And I end up leaving. I get there and I hunted for 3 days, and I called Jared. I said, dude, I am not seeing shit. Like, it is the worst grass I've ever seen. There's like a drought out there. I'm like, I'm not seeing does where I normally see does, because I'd have certain areas where I'd go in the mornings and evenings and watch and try to, where I've seen does, and then try to catch a buck, be bopping around. And I'm on the phone with him, and he's got our other buddy Logan with him, which drew a tag. And he'll shoot just a decent buck. He ain't worried about it like I am. And he's like, yeah, it's pretty tough. And I was like, I know, man. And he's like, just keep grinding. And I said, I know the game. Anyway, I hang up the phone. I'm by myself, by the way, because I had my cameraman in Iowa for damn 20 days. TC, he had to go home and get shit done. Or he had other, obligations. Yeah. And I'm by myself. But if I find a big one, I'll call Jared and he'll meet me and go in on the hunt. Well, vice versa, same thing for him. And I'm up in there. I hang up the phone with him. 30 seconds later, I don't know how many seconds it'll be. He'll figure out the time code because we film everything. We have audios on us nonstop. I hang up the phone and I look out on the left side of me, the biggest deer I've ever seen in my life, this 220, 230 giant running along the damn road right next to me on public ground.
Oh my God.
So I'm talking about it. It's the shittiest hunting I've seen. Hang up the phone. 30 seconds later, I see the biggest deer in my life. That's how quick this shit can change.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. I pulled the vehicle over, got the spotter. I filmed him going all the way up through this area. I called Jared. I said, dude, I got my eyes on the biggest deer I've ever laid my eyes on in my life with my, not camera, no bullshit. Like, I'm seeing this deer. And he just come off a public and he says, shut up. I says, dude, he's way over 200. Yeah.
Damn.
That's when the story started, but it gives me goosebumps thinking about it. It was unbelievable.
Was he all by himself when he first spotted?
He was by him. He was cruising. He just come off the public, and I'm like, if we get permission where I just seen him go into, we're gonna kill him. And I got permission, and I didn't kill his ass that night. He didn't come out till dark, I don't think. But then I relocated him. I don't want to tell too many things in the story because Jared's gonna produce one of these crazy video on this thing. It's a documentary of this deer, and it's just a freak deal. I thought it was meant to be, man, and it could have been, but it wasn't.
It's still a good story, though. Still incredible story,
beauty,
and the footage and the videos
come out this year.
So he's got some footage coming out here pretty soon that it's amazing stuff. But this stuff, we're so backed up. We got so much footage. This will be, 2 or 3 years from now, probably, which is a bummer.
All right.
But there's so much other good shit coming. I mean, we just can't.
Yeah.
You'll love this new stuff coming. Jared is it's his baby, and he treats this shit like, a damn Hollywood movie, like damn Yellowstone flicks. I mean, it's coming out prime, and it's the real deal. And I'm excited, man. It's his baby, so I'm never telling him you need to just get it out. That's his art piece. Nobody tells me how to paint. I'm not going to tell him how to edit. He's good at what he does. He's one of the best there is, and it's great to be a part of what he has going on.
I love it.
So
that is awesome. Dang.
Yeah. Sobi, you going to get out and fling an arrow around?
I know, dude. I need to.
Brian,
we've been out.
I think he might be just a slayer.
Oh,
Get him dialed in. Get him alone.
He's been telling me he's got these bucks around. He's doing all this. I don't know. He's been hunting.
I need to also. I've been hunting, but I need to get more aggressive, more mobile on.
Okay. What kind of tree stand you running?
Oh, we've got a variety of them. I got some old shitty ones, and then I've got some just different hang on ones. Nothing.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I'd recommend getting just straight up get a lone wolf.
Yeah.
You get one, and then you have a system to where you don't have to have a bunch of money invested in stands out there. What you do is you go in, you hang your screw steps or your deal, you get in. I mean, you can do the saddle thing. I don't know. That's another subject. I just know how productive back in the day when I was doing it with that lone wolf. I would buy those hooks in bulk. You know what I'm talking about, Ryan? Maybe we talked about this last time I talked. I don't know. Well, there was a hook that on a lone wolf strap, it had like a little hook. And what you did is you hung that strap, and then you hung your stand on the hook.
And then you could just leave those straps with the hooks up in like 5 different trees or whatever.
Well, what I did is I ordered those damn lone wolf hooks in bulk, and I lag bolted them to my trees wherever I wanted. So now I climb up my steps, hang my stand on that. You could bolt in, but I always just went ahead and strapped it. But I was able to be hands free. I didn't have to mess with the strap because the hook was already in the tree.
Right.
And Lone Wolf makes these hooks.
They have them. You can. I don't know if you can get them anymore, but look up the hook.
I'm sure somebody
knows what I'm talking about.
Is there certain kind of steps or sticks that you like better?
I like the muddy ones. The problem is you have to make sure that you go back around the deal, because if you don't and your leg kicks it, it could slip. So you got to be careful there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. You had to kind of go through the back and kind of make sure it doesn't want to. I don't know. That's the only hang on steps that I've ran. I'm sure there's other brands nowadays. I mean, there's a ton. 10 years ago. There's a ton. Yeah. So, but lean and mean, man. Lean and mean. Get in there and get, sometimes the best tree, you're in a shitty tree in the best spot.
True.
Yeah. You got to get in a shitty tree in the best spot to kill some of these big ones up in there. But I don't know.
I've been cruising around on a climber a lot if I can pull it off. Like if I can, I like that a lot. No steps, nothing. I go in, hook it on, and I'm up the tree real fast. But like you said, it doesn't work on every tree. Like you need one.
No, in Iowa, that shit doesn't work. It seemed like it's just the trees are not built for it.
Yeah, up where we're at, there's plenty of it. I mean, it's like it's super easy to get up around here. But I've been the Summit, whatever one is the Viper.
You boys need to start applying for tags. I'll get you dialed in. You get down.
I know, dude. I got
to.
It's on my list. I've never hunted down there, so.
Yeah, just they're not around every corner. Everybody, I come to Iowa and guarantee kill the big buck. It's not like that. Like I said, this is how tough the hunting is sometimes. I mean, you got guys like, the Drurys, Bomar, some of them guys, they have farms, Skip Slot, they got farms where they can manage and have big deer and let deer go and they get to grow, right?
Right.
But if you're out just kind of just randomly hunting knock on door public, it takes a lot of work to find a real big deer. And I think somewhere around, I'm going to say 15 to 20 days, daylight to dark. Now do the math here. Daylight to dark for 15 days straight in Iowa, the best state in the United States. I've seen 3 deer that were over 160 and didn't break 170, were the biggest bucks I seen in that amount of time.
Dang.
So
that's
not the vision you're thinking of in Iowa. You're thinking you're going to see multiple 170s, 180. It's not like that. It's not like that. But you can find one. It's just they're not around every corner.
What was Iowa like 15 years ago?
Oh, it blew your hair
back. The same?
It blew your hair completely out of socket. It was unbelievable. It wasn't as good as I'm saying. Like, there wasn't 180s running everywhere, but it was double the big bucks for sure. Like, I remember I had a couple spots I would see a big giant mature deer every time I'd go in there, and would I get a shot at them? Not every time, but it was another level. I'm going to say 2007, 2003 to 2009 to 10. That was the spookiest years I've ever seen in my life. That was amazing.
Why do you think it was? Why do you think it was like that?
I don't know, man. I don't think a lot of people knew how to bow hunt properly then.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people knew how to manage whitetails. Not a lot of people were in that game. I feel like when Whitetail Freaks came out, and you can back me up on this, Ryan, when Whitetail Freaks came out and Mark started cutting out the madness and all that, they started showing people how to actually kill these deer and manage these deer, and instead of just randomly going and getting in a tree, like, these guys showed it how to be able to, like, make it easier to kill these deer. And I think now everybody and their dog, I mean, you got a farm. I mean, they're so dialed in with the cameras. Now you got them going to your phone, and it's just, it's so much easier.
Everybody, and everybody that doesn't even have like good property to hunt is still doing all that stuff. Like, even people that have a crappy little 40 that's barely got any deer on it are running cameras and trying to plant food plots and do all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, look on Instagram, and you're seeing multiple 170 plus deer getting shot every day, and it's not even a big deal anymore.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah,
it's great. It is crazy. And a lot of these guys, it's their first. They figured it out. They got the property, and now they kill 170, and now it's they can kill a giant every year once you figured out and you got the right ground and the management and all that stuff. But it's like it's not a science. It is a science project. You just got to do the right things and don't ruin your spot. I always say this to everybody. Deer don't like people. Where do you think some of the best places to hunt are? If they're wildlife refuges, or where all the big bucks are at. Treat it like a wildlife refuge, and you'll have big deer in there every time.
That's
true. Just keep it as a giant sanctuary and just hunt the outer skirts of it. And then they always have their safe zone. And I don't know. I got some old property that I used to take care of for some guys, and we'd always have sanctuaries, and the big bucks would never leave. No matter how pressured they were on the outside, they'd always have that little area that they would never get messed with, and they'd have their little zone. But
dang, that's an incredible tip. What's 2 more tips you could give that are just like that? Like, that's such an incredible tip.
Okay, here's a good tip. This is a good going in. you're wanting to go in and do a big, find a really good spot. I'm telling you right now, if you can find the highest spot on the property where it meets a fence, it's going to be one of your best spots on the whole property. There's something about a big buck. They love to get on the top, and they love to scent check the ridge, and then they'll run that fence. So if you can put yourself position, I always like to set my stand for a dominant west, northwest type wind, northeast wind, and I'd always set my set on the south, most of the time on the south, but pretty close to where the ridge meets a fence. And there's something about it, man. I've killed a lot of nice deer on those spots like that. And the high ridge, they just get up and they scent check it.
Dang.
It's a spooky thing, man. And you guys got them ridges up there where you're at. Like
the rut is so sweet.
Yeah. Big ridges, man. Big top where it peaks up. Like, if you can find, they scent check them damn fences. And this is another thing that I want you guys to understand that I've figured out through the years. A lot of people think I'm crazy. I don't give a shit what they say. Deer, most of the time you see a big buck, they're going to be going into the wind or they're crosswinding. And what they're always using that wind, they're walking to smell where they're going. They're scent checking for these does. They're hitting the fence. And a lot of times guys will set down, let's say your wind's out of the northwest, and they set down on the southeast corner of the timber or the area. Them deer are working their way into the wind and away from your ass most of the time.
Yeah.
So if you got to almost figure out how you can cheat the wind and almost give them the favor, but you have to cheat it a little bit. That's when you're going to kill the biggest deer multiple times, big ones multiple times. If you can find that spot, and not all spots are set up very good, so you got to kind of like nosebleed a little bit. But if you can get in an area where you can cheat that wind just enough where they're not going to catch you, but you're letting them have the wind in their favor, those are the hard spots to find. But when you find it and get the right setup, it's game over every time.
Yeah. Do you see the ones that you're chasing? I mean, like, granted, you're finding a buck and going after him kind of thing, but it's like, at least in the area that I'm hunting, unless one is like with a doe, when they go to cruise, like they cover ground, like big ground. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. And like, I mean, I have bucks that I get pictures of or whatever that it's like, they vaporize once the rut comes around, but then you got all these ones showing up from who knows where. But it seems like, especially on like when you got that big moon, like this year, it's going to be full moon, like right smack dab in the middle of the whole thing. Like they're going to be covering serious ground at night too. And I don't know. I just feel like every day it's like it shuffles the deck, like what's even around, you know what I mean? If you're just hunting one spot versus like covering like you do, but
bottlenecks. I mean, I've always been a believer in a bottleneck area, especially when you got a big block of woods, and you got a little thin area. Find that little sweet spot for both winds or however it's set up. And they, the cruising areas, like I pulled up to the spot that I got for my wife, and I wanted to put a camera down in there. And what it is, this is a sneaky little spot situation. And you maybe ran into this. If you can find a big giant ditch, okay, find where you have a ditch that's almost too deep that they don't want to cross it. Okay. We've all seen them. You find where you follow that ditch, and eventually that ditch will have a spot where they can cross at the top or the bottom, where they avoid that whole stretch, and then they have that little nook, like a little bottleneck, that they already naturally. It's almost like putting up a high fence. Let's say that ditch is a high fence, and they have a little nook that they can go around the ditch on the top, or they can go around the bottom where it levels out. Those spots are money because they just filter right to them spots every time.
Yeah. It's crazy. I was this weekend I was kind of scouting a spot for a little hang and hunt deal or whatever. And just like real thick, everything in there's real thick. You don't have a lot of shooting, but it's like close quarters. Like they come through this little funnel, like they're gonna be on top of you. But there's like 2 or 3, like you're talking about, these really deep ditches that are like when you're standing in the bottom of it, it's like above your head, and they're like 8-10 feet wide or whatever.
Yeah.
And I like I said, first time going in there like in the fall or whatever, and I was looking, and there's 3 of these like ditch things like that, and they're a couple 100 yards long. And every single one of them, the bottom of the ditch is just obliterated with tracks. Like they've been running these ditches. And I don't even know how I could see a deer walking down that, but I'm like, my God, they're like traveling in these, which is crazy because they're so deep.
Yeah.
Kind of blew my mind. I was like, damn. All right. I'd love to see one come cruising down this.
You're right. There is some of them that they just love running the bottom of them things and stuff like that. But this ditch that I found here recently, where I hung a stand for her, I was hanging the stand. This is kind of spooky, but it was probably a week ago. I was in there, and I got in there about noon. The wind was howling. I'm like, this is a good time for me to go hang this set. It's a new little spot that I've been in there. I know what it was, but she gets permission on it. Guy lets her hunt. It's unbelievable. She's got some of the best shit. But it's not managed. It's not food plotted. None of that. But it's like the best natural ground. Some of it. I get in there to get the stand. I'm putting it up. I had 3 different deer cruise by me on this little spot where I knew they'd be going around. Why I'm hanging the tree stand in the middle of the day. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. Yeah. And so I hang the set, and it was like, God dang it, man. I don't know how much I want to cut. I don't want to get caught. So I trimmed out just enough to where she had plenty of, I didn't want to get that phone. Well, I couldn't shoot. It was, there was a limb in my way. I just didn't want that stress. Yeah. So I cut certain things, and I always carry me those muddy hang-on sticks to be able to climb up quick and cut a limb. That's a good little tip. Instead of bringing like a couple screw steps with you, bring 2 of those muddies in. You can get so high so quick to trim off those limbs.
Yeah.
And bring your extended pole. You can use those. But anyway, I get out of there. I call my wife and I said, listen, I'm telling you this, you're going to kill a big one in this spot. And I shot a giant, maybe a quarter mile from there in the same block of woods years and years ago. And there was just something always about this spot. It just always held big bucks. And I was like, I got you the sickest set of all time. I get out, I get on the road, and I start driving. Now it's probably, I was in there for an hour and a half, probably hanging this set. And I get out by the road, and I look over, and here's this giant, like 23, 24-inch wide buck running along the road next to me. I'm like, holy shit. Jeez. And he didn't have really tall tines, but he's an old, mature deer. He's like bow winkled out. I'll send you guys a little video of him.
Oh,
and he came from that area. And I'm like, she'll end up hopefully seeing that deer, and I'd love for her to kill it. It's like a 160 deer. It's a beautiful animal. He just don't have the big tall tines. But he's got kickers and shit. He's cool, man.
Damn.
It's pretty exciting. I mean, what a day in there hanging it,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Middle of the day, cruising, zombie.
That's like straight up though, to just be like, yo, I think this is probably a pretty good spot right here.
And it's cow pasture. It's cow pasture timber. Cow pasture.
Weird.
Cow pasture timber is one of my favorite things, just because I think the deer, they like them because they can see. They can see in it. Yeah, it's open. They can see, and there's just something about it, man. They can see good in there, and they grew up with the cattle being in there. So
how do they travel through those cow pasture timbers? Because it just seemed like we've got a decent amount of that around us too, but I guess how do you see it when you look at it? How you're like, how are deer moving and traveling through?
It's hard to see because there's a lot of cow tracks and shit everywhere. So it's like you got to almost just natural. They run the cow. So the cows, they make the paths through a lot of these big timbers, and them deer run a lot of the same paths. They'll just run right on the cow trail.
Wow.
Crazy. It's don't turn down a cow. I remember when I was younger, I was like, "Yeah, that looks like shit in there." You know, I'm thinking it needs to be overgrown and real thick and all that. And then I hunted one. I'm like, "Oh my god, this is getting overlooked. This is an overlooked spot."
Here,
Yeah.
I have another question for you. Maybe it's a wicked novice question, but like, how late will you see deer playing around with acorns? It feels like just because we got a lot of rain around our area, like the acorns are just blowing up more around my area than they ever have been. And they were hitting them wicked early, and there's acorns falling right now, still like
nonstop. Them suckers until you get until they start molding and stuff.
Yeah.
And start getting rotten, then they're gonna eat them suckers. I see them. I used to have some oak timber spots that were just them little ridges. They just in there eating them nonstop. And then they'll eat those. I forget what plant it is. They got the little itty bitty little round, like maroonish little berries. Do you guys get those up there?
Yeah. Yeah.
They love them. They're just walking around picking them things off.
Dang.
They love them.
Dang,
But yeah, no, Acorn City nonstop. They'll eat them until they start getting raw. And I suppose that's moisture and heat. I mean, I don't see acorns going bad until after the winter. I mean, they'll eat them suckers.
Yeah, probably. It's like the area that, well, same with like where Sam's hunting too. It's like the stuff we got is just there's just so much big ag, you know? So it's like you're hunting these smaller, skinny blocks of woods with like little arms and stuff off them. And then they're surrounded by thousands and thousands of acres of standing corn, you know? But like all that stuff's super thick. Like it's all buckthorn and shit like that. You know, it's like they can get in there and just nest up like anywhere.
Yeah.
And a lot of little swamps too, Chancy. Like around me, it's just like all these little strip swamps and little ponds.
Yeah.
And
but like
strips,
CRP grass and stuff was just like there's not a ton of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like what I like the spot that I'm on, it's like we got two kind of chunks of like CRP that are surrounded by some pretty thick stuff, but then it's all ag outside of that. But once like they're cutting the corn around us right now, and like at least the past like last year, like the day literally after they got all that corn out, it was like, oh my god, did they show up in the woods? You know, it's like flipping a light switch. So
yeah, you know what's a crazy thing around here is deer are so weird, man. If you can take a standing cornfield, and soon as you cut it, they flock to the son bitch.
I'm so glad you're saying this. I'm so glad.
I'm like,
continue.
Now the corn. Now you just had full ears of corn. Now you want to jack around and find one kernel per 50 yards. I'm like, you dumb bastards. Like, it's something about they can see why they eat. I don't know, man.
I'm so glad you're
still
saying
don't get it.
This has been unfolding in front of my eyes, Chancey, for probably the past week and a half. Like where Mama and I live, we hunt, you know, these little strips and little blocks of wood, and around us, like all the standing corn. And like every day, these combines are like taking out just these little sections of corn. And it could be 1:30 in the afternoon. I have footage on my phone, 1:30 in the afternoon. I was running the gas station. Steph's driving, and I'm like, oh, stop. And there's a combine probably 80 yards away going east to the corner where he had already kind of done the perimeter. And there's just 10 deer sitting out there at 1:30 in the afternoon, hammering the fresh strip that he just cut around the edge. I'm like, this is unfreaking believable. And driving home the night before we did this podcast, same exact deal. They just took out the cornfield adjacent to this land I had permission on. And they love it, dude. They immediately when it's cut, they're like, oh, easy pick.
Even though they've been sleeping in it for months.
And I'll tell you, deer, and this is something I figured out years ago when I used to run a ton of cameras for this place I used to take care of. These deer don't lay in the corn like you think. They lay in those little strips and waterways and they'll lay along the fence line. They like, if you can find like a little grass waterway that goes up through the cornfield or something that they just can't farm it anymore, that's where they're laying in the cornfield most of the time. They're laying in those little islands, and it's just like a little damn putting green in there. And that's just where they like to get. And they're not necessarily laying in the corn. Big bucks don't like walking through corn.
Yeah.
They I mean, you imagine being hemmed up walking through that shit. They like to get up in those little waterways. And along the fence edges and stuff in the cornfields.
And there's all
along
these
the edge.
like there's like all these little buffer zones of just like, like CRP grass, and it's only,
like a strip. Yeah.
this wide.
Yeah,
strip,
a little
and it's just
yeah,
cutting in
that's where
between the
they're at in the
landowner stuff, and those
summertime.
places are always ripped up, dude. They're
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
ripped
where they're
up.
at. That's where they're at in the summertime. If you got standing in the corn, that's where they get every time.
Dang.
So, yeah.
You got my wheels
I
spinning.
love it. I love it.
Where are you hunting next? Are you hunting Iowa next?
So TC, he's coming to film me. It's my cameraman the last few years. He's coming down on Halloween, and we'll start around Halloween to November 1st. So I'm excited. I'm just trying to get as much shit done as I can. Make sure the wife dialed in with all her cameras and her stands. So when a big one pops up, I can kind of help her, tell her where to go. And
will you jump out there and film her at all?
I would, like right now, if I had a big one located. I mean, she had to go back to and get some work done up in Des Moines here recently. So yeah, I mean, here's the deal. She doesn't like me hunting with her because I'm very I'm a pain in the ass in the stand because I've been through so many situations. I don't know everything, but I've been out there a lot, and there's things that I like to do. I can see things going bad before they happen, so I try to coach too much. And my woman, she does not like to be told what to do.
You're like, let's get down from the stand and make a play. She's like, shut up. I mean, sit still.
the last time I hunted with her, this is no shit, boys. I called in 190-inch plus whitetail to 12 yards for her. She didn't have her bow draw back quick enough. She didn't know I was gonna snort wheeze him, and in my mind, I'm already know that it's gonna happen quick. And I was like, go ahead and draw your bow, and it's just the communication was off, and I had that giant deer right there, and it didn't get killed. It just, oh my God, it took off once it figured out, and I flung the damn horns out of the damn tree. I was like, holy shit.
I bet that was a super chill drive home.
She wanted to kill me. And she's like, listen, you've taught me enough. I had a lot of deer in on her, and it was a learning curve. And I taught her what I know. And she's like, listen, you've taught me enough. I don't want you hunting with me ever again. You just stress me out. And I'm like, I get it. Yeah. I was like, figure it out on your own. Anyway, she killed a 178 incher, not last year, but the year before.
Damn.
It was pretty cool. But yeah, she's a great hunter. She puts in the time. I'm just very, yeah, I'm not, it's, I don't know, man. It's one of them deals. I take it so serious in the moment. And I just know that there was multiple big bucks that should have got killed, and it was just like, it drove me nuts.
That was just a situation that you're just talking about. Like, and it's so situational. What are some tips you have for just like when to draw back, when not to? And the reason I ask that is just because my girlfriend Stephanie, she's recently on a little spell of getting busted too. You know what I mean? Some of that's on me because I have some shit stands where we kind of get skylighted in different situations, whatever. But yeah, like how big buck.
This is the juice, baby. This is my stuff. Been selling it for years. Big buck ruiner. I'll get you some.
I need some of that in my life.
It's cedar. It makes you smell like a cedar tree.
I love that.
Anyway, it's not a gimmick. It's the real deal. I brew the shit like beer, like my own. It's the real deal. That's awesome. I'll get you some. But anyway, it helps. It's the icing on the cake. It's not a do-all. It's you still got to take care of your scent and everything. But drawing back, she got caught drawing back a couple times, or what?
Yeah, and kind of like explain the situation how your wife got busted when she had that in there and what she could have done different, and just some other situations when you feel like, I don't know. Yeah, like
part of it was, so I would say that situation on that 190-inch plus deer is huge. He was going, and he was actually, so the wind was out of the west, and we were set up, and the deer was already to our south, already got to where, like, I need to call this sucker in now. Like, I'm going to snort wheeze him now, because if I don't, he's going to get too far. And by the time he gets to us, he's going to be too far out wide on us coming in and catching our wind. So I wanted to call him now, so my wind's going over the top of him. And in my mind, I already knew And I didn't tell her, hey, honey, I'm going to snort wheeze at him. There was none of this shit. It was like I already read it like a book where I needed to do it. I did it without telling her, and I didn't get to have the conversation like, get ready, this is going to happen quick.
Yeah.
It was more, I did it, and here he looks, and here he comes on just a damn pretty quick little cruise. And I'm like, draw your bow, draw your bow, draw your bow. And I look back, and she's stuffing her binoculars in her coat.
Oh.
And I'm like, holy shit, draw now, you know. And it was just, I feel bad because I was kind of like, I didn't get a walk, or I wasn't right next to her. I was probably 2 or 3 yards away in the tree, and it was pretty calm, so I couldn't like have a conversation.
Yeah.
There's the 2 trees next, and I didn't get a walker through it. And the deer finally, once it got down, it didn't. Once she got to full draw, this deer's at 12 yards, and by the time she got to her anchor point, it finally caught her, and just I'm like, shoot, and she just took a little and got 1/4 shot. She wasn't comfortable, which is fine.
Yeah.
And there was it was at a certain angle. Like I knew where I should, I would have hit, but like, listen, she hasn't done this, and it was a horrible situation. Man.
Yeah, and like you said, you got this much time to even make it happen, even if it's perfect. So damn.
Yeah. See, it was gosh, man, it was, and I was kind of like, I threw a goddamn baby fit about it, but I just wanted her to kill that big giant so bad, It was like, but anyways, yeah, she's like, no more, you ain't hunting with me. Just you get me dialed in. And I said, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah.
But
I always feel like, I was gonna say, I always feel like when like everyone wants to wait till like the perfect moment to draw, where it's like I would rather be drawn back and be just sitting here waiting
100%.
for it to happen.
You like to be drawn back before it develops in front of you.
Oh yeah,
yes, because and you gotta like, because who knows, there might be a doe there too, and you gotta like almost use your you see the buck, out of your you see where he's looking, but then you almost gotta like have a lot of shit going on where you're watching this doe and that, and you're not like moving your head, but you're like, you plan your draw before it happens, and you can hold a lot of people don't understand, when you draw back, all of a sudden you get caught and you feel like, oh shit, I gotta draw back, go like, bring your arm down here like this, and you can hold that bow for 5 minutes, man. Just practice this in your yard.
I will
draw back, and then get to here, and you're like, okay, let's say all of a sudden he's behind a damn limb. I drew back and he just stops, and you're like, oh shit. Instead of doing this, maybe there's a doe around that's going to catch you. Do that. Go like this, and when you're back, bring it down like this, and you can just hold. You can hold that damn thing in full draw forever. And then when it's all of a sudden he comes back up the anchor, tonk. That's a little trick of the trade. Learn that, how to do that. I'm telling you.
I like that a lot. Dang.
Yeah, it's a spooky deal. Have you done that before, Ryan?
I mean, like, not, I guess maybe intentionally, like when you're sitting at full draw and you're like, I cannot move, but you start slinking that shoulder back and you're like, oh yeah, like,
you can
like when you start getting a little tired, like,
God.
But I like to like I practice that in the summer all the time. Like I'll be at the range or whatever, and you just draw it back and we'll hit the timer and be like, just sit there for 2 minutes solid and just practice that. Cause it happens a lot. But
these let-offs are so beautiful nowadays. I'm shooting that new prime form. Oh
yeah,
it's amazing, man.
It's a shooter, huh?
Yeah, it's a beauty. I really like it. I like the one before. I forget what it was called, but they're nice. I mean, I've shot them all. I love all the bows nowadays. I'm not one, this bow's the best bow. That's all bullshit. It's just like a fishing rod. A lot of fishing rods are great. A lot of fishing reels. It's what flavor you like, what brand you like, what connection you got, what hookup you got, and all the bows nowadays are awesome. It's what connection you got, which one, what flavor you like. What's that?
Are you just shooting that this year? Is it brand new
the form?
But you've had primes for a while, right?
No, I just had a prime last year and this year. I shot Hoyts for a few years before that, and then I shot Matthews before that. So, but I like them all. I mean, they're all nice nowadays. I just like the way that prime looks. It's and it's tan. It's beautiful, man.
Sick. Yeah, that's cool. Damn.
Yeah.
God, dude, I should have been in a tree today. I was at work, dude. I had bucks daylighting today, and I was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah, that's all right. Hey, listen, it's gonna go down. It's all good. You had shit to do. So I hope you boys get out and whack and stack a big old giant this year. I'd love to hear you guys killing a big one.
You too, Chancy. We got to have you back later on in the year because I want to hear whatever you can disclose because I know you don't want to ruin some of the footage.
We'll have you back post rut.
I want to get you back post rut.
Yeah. Yeah, just keep in touch with me, boys, and maybe we're down at my cabin, and maybe I can get Jared in on the conversation too, and we can do a double trouble down at the cabin. So just keep me posted, let me know, and always love bullshitting with you guys.
Thank you for coming on.
You keep us too, and you get on a blood trail. You let us know.
We gotta promote this and pimp this out here too. Chancy's not only an incredible fisherman and a hunter, but he's an incredible artist. Where can they get pieces done by you? Where can they inquire? Where can they do all this? And give them a quick elevator speech rundown of exactly what you do because it's incredible. It's so beautiful.
So, I've been a full-time wildlife artist since 2010. I've been an artist for my whole life. I was blessed with a genetic trait of being an artist. Just like if somebody's good at singing, I'm decent at painting, I feel like. And I love painting wildlife, but my main little niche thing that I've been really fortunate in doing and people love, and I've sold thousands of them, are my turkey feather paintings. I paint on a turkey feather, frame them up in barn board frame. You can check them out on Instagram under Chancy Walters, Chancy Walters. Facebook page. I have Chancy Walters Wildlife Art, and my normal chance.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
There we go. No, we're good.
He's back. He's back.
Oh yeah, we just dropped the phone. I'm in the truck here. And then you can look me up on that. But Christmas is coming up. I got a few spots available if somebody does want something to order something, but I do all custom. I paint a lot of people's dogs, bucks, logos. Check it out on my Instagram page and we'll get you dialed in.
That's what I wanted to say too, is it's so custom. It's like maybe there's a big buck that you got a wicked memory with and you want it painted on a turkey feather. Incredible Christmas gift. It doesn't even need to be Christmas, just
super unique too.
Or you got a longtime best friend buddy and he was a dog ears and he was your freaking right hand man. He was your buddy. He was your hunting pup or your house dog. If you want that memory encased in a painting and given to a family member or just to commemorate, a pet or a good buddy that you had, like, you need to contract Chancy. Like, he's seriously so talented, so good. Please look him up.
Thank you for the kind words, Sobi. Thank you. You are a hell of a. You were hired. Thank you.
No, but it's true. He's being humble. He's incredibly talented. It's awesome.
No, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm very blessed to have the talent, and they're an amazing gift, man. People love them, and check them out on my Instagram page. That's where I post most of my stuff. So.
Damn. Well, we appreciate the hell out of you coming on and chatting about some crusty old bucks.
But we'll touch base mid-rut and we'll do a post-rut. How about that?
I like it.
Oh, yeah. Good luck to you, Jansen. Good luck to your wife.
All right. Good luck, boys. Keep me posted.
Get on them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. God, Chancey's a G.
Purebred herd bull right there.
You can't talk to that dude without being like, God, I just want to get one right now.
He just makes me want to run. Dude, we're filming this. I don't know when any of you guys are listening to this, but we're filming this and it's 9:51 p.m. I'm ready to run through a freaking wall, dude. I'm ready to move stands, move cameras. I'm ready to scout this different public land I've been looking at for a while. Like, Chancey just makes me want to get out there and go like, let's cover some ground and put a buck on the ground. And I'm like, yes, dude, hell yes. Yeah. Like, let's go right now, dude. It's dark. I don't even care, dude. Let's go move a camera. Like,
dude, I'm there with you, man. I'm like, God. And it's like, and then you can just go do it right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is the time, dude. It's on.
And he just gets me fired up, dude. He gets me fired up to like, dude, let's put a play on deer. Like, let's play the deer opposed to waiting for these deer. Let's play these deer.
Just go get them, dude.
Smart, dude. If you're not seeing them or if it's not happening, like, let's think about it different. Let's set up in a different spot. Let's move a camera and do some recon somewhere else. Like, oh, he's got my wheels spinning, Ryan, dude. Son of a gun.
And when you're just sitting there not seeing shit in that tree, you're like, Chancey's driving.
Yeah, Chancey's driving. He's putting play on deer. He's talking to that farmer going, hey, could we just have a look? Have a look.
Let's take a peek around here. Every day that I'm freezing my ass off sitting in that tree, I'm going to think about I could be driving. looking for a real one.
This is such a beautiful time of year too. I love what you said too, Ryan. It's a double-edged sword. How you said on your cameras, or whether you're hunting and you're like every time, every day during this time of year, it's like you're shuffling the deck. You know what I mean? Different deer moving around and things are moving like it is. Yeah. And that can sometimes burn you, but in the same token, the deck is always being shuffled. And you don't know what the hell is coming around the corner, dude.
But day to day, like one hot doe changes your whole life. It's like
it does, dude. It literally does. It'll open up your land from 0 to hero.
Yeah, exactly, dude. God,
do we have our
guest
third
number 3
special guest? Oh my gosh. Let me please kick him out. Kick him out, and I'd like to bring him back in.
Dirty Trey. Yeah. Gone.
Kick him out. Goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, our third special guest. Ryan and I, as we were kind of, building the structure of the show earlier today, we weren't sure anyone was going to show up. And we thought we'd have to just, I don't know, BS our way through this.
But we had a dream team on the roster.
We did. And they came. And our third and final guest to give us fall fishing updates, a bunch of BS, and potentially some bonus trivia. He's a freaking multi-species phenom guide from basically northern Minnesota to southern Minnesota. I don't care if it's crappies, bluegills, dogfish, big walleyes, big bass, metro lakes, hidden gems up by Vermilion. It doesn't matter if it swims, he catches it. If the water's frozen, he drills it and he catches it. If his boat can get into it, he's already been on it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the one, the only, Hazer B. Baldwin, a long time fishing phenom, but a longer fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Boom.
Let's go, Bob.
And I will say, I got it. I just want to lead this off because I don't get a lot of opportunities to say things that matter in this department. But how do you, brother, what's the story on this hamstring? Ant-Man hamstring.
Ant-Man's gone. We're up at halftime, though. We've beaten them Nuggets by like 10 right now, Bob.
Is he slapping him around? Is he playing out of his boots, or he's just doing Ant-Man things?
Ant-Man is injured for a week, brother.
He's
playing.
out.
For real? Like that was real? That was real?
Dude, I'm telling you, I had this in the holster, baby.
He's out.
I thought it was a conspiracy theory.
Dude, yeah, they thought it was some gambling thing, but it's real.
Incredible.
Oh no.
Yeah,
but so the T-Wolves are up. That's what you're saying.
T-Wolves are up by like 10, yeah, dude.
Are you saying that we're deep enough that even without him, we compete at any level?
Oh, fuck, 100%, buddy. no, probably not, but close.
All right. Well, hold on. Let me go to the bathroom and let me tip you off right here. I want to just know what your past 24 hours was, Hayes Baldwin. Hayes Baldwin fishes more, puts more time on the water than any fella I know. So I know you were on the water today.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Give it to me.
Yesterday, I fished a pretty dusty lake, and we caught a few largemouths. But
was this on a tip? Was this on a tip?
Yeah, on a tip, like around Waconia, sort of.
Yeah.
And then we hit that. It was kind of dusty, but we caught a few doing something. Specifically throwing the chatterbait and the spinnerbait. And I transferred that over to a different lake tonight, and I slammed. I caught like 40 bass and some walleyes.
Hell right.
Yeah.
Same program though?
Yeah, except for I found some, I don't know if it was milfoil or what, in the corner of this lake. It's mostly like weed free. And then I found these 2 patches of weeds, and I caught a 507 and 2 4.5s in these like 2 little clumps of weeds, which was cool on a jig. I was flipping a jig.
Were they looking healthy? Are they feeding up?
They were pretty fat, yeah, and they were only in like 4 foot of water. Actually, all the fish I caught were in like 2 to 5 foot of water.
Yeah, straight bassing though, eh?
Caught some banging docks, yeah.
Nice. What you been targeting just bass, or what's the grind been?
Oh, just bass. Yeah, I don't care to catch anything else really right now, but yeah.
All green?
All green. Oh no, we were on a smallmouth kick tear there for a while.
Yeah. I saw a couple pics, dude. It looked like you guys got a couple freaking horses.
I broke my PB on Mille Lacs. That was cool.
That's sick, dude. When was that? Maybe I saw it. Was there a picture, a video clip or something?
Yeah, Teal posted
Okay.
I went out there with him on Saturday, and it was pretty windy, but we caught probably like 20 or 25 smallmouths. That lake is, I guess for anybody listening to this right now, get there, because
It's happening.
Every third fish on the lake is like 5. If you catch 3 smallmouth, one of them's 5 pounds. I mean, I'm not kidding.
Really, it's
like,
just putting them out right now.
It's just, if you're not there bass fishing in the next 2-3 weeks, what are you doing?
Unreal. God, yeah. Is it a bit crowded? Was it busy when you were up there, or is it Dead Sea?
Yeah, there was ton. Or no, I'm sorry, we went on Friday, and so it
Friday,
wasn't terribly bad, I guess. But dude, even on Instagram and all this stuff, you're seeing a lot of guys posting, 30-pound bags for 5 of them.
Just beat down city. Unreal.
And like, dude, every third bass, like we caught like 25 bass. Every third bass was like 5. They're like 5 pounds. Like, if you don't catch 25 pounds for 5 bass out there, what are you? I mean, that's like the minimum. Seriously, it's crazy.
You talking about the big pond right now?
Yes.
Yeah, Mille Lacs popping off, big brown.
I've never seen bass built like that in my entire life. They're just like a different big. Like, I think somebody in the next 2-3 weeks out there is going to catch one that's possibly competes with the state record. I really do.
You boys founded the Rounded.
We founded the Rounded.
Yeah.
And like, when you hook one, like when you're like, we're just shaking a minnow, so like you're going like this, and then they hit it and you set the hook, immediately like that it's a giant. Like, it just doesn't move. It's just like shit. Then it starts peeling dry, and they don't jump. They just come to the surface, the big ones, and just freaking shake their head.
Just waller around.
Are you guessing a lot on those hook sets, or are you feeling them? Or are you guessing when they're vaping so hard?
That's a great question, because I'm up there screen monkey down. Like, I'm just like staring at the screen. I'm not looking at anything else. And so, like, I think I'm like more focused on the screen than anything. I don't know. Just because I don't want to lose my bait, when it's really windy. It's really difficult to you're doing 3 things at once, right? You're trying to control your bait, control the trolling motor, and set the hook. You know what I mean? Like, definitely whiff on a few, like miss some. But I like almost, they bite it, and I almost like wait a second or two. I'm not like set the hook right away.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they kind of grab onto it, and you have a split second. I felt like that. I was able to pin them more. But I was fishing an 1/8-ounce jig, which was tough because it was blowing like 25, 30.
Dang. And on the big pond, that's blowing.
I'd have to freaking cast, and let the wind would carry the jig. It was like really hard because we were casting into the wind. You know what I'm saying? And there's a million walleyes everywhere. So like, you're like, what the fuck?
Were the walleyes eating your minnow at all?
This is like a problem that people are talking about.
Teal caught a couple, and I'm like, open the live well, because you can keep 3 walleyes out there right now. I'm not kidding you. It's the most liberal walleye slot Mille Lacs has had in 10 years, 15 years. So box them up, but we casted it probably 50 walleyes, 75 walleyes that didn't bite.
Why?
They just chase it. I don't know. If a guy had like some minnows or something, you could probably get a few. Even tonight, like, I was just fishing locally, we caught some walleyes. If I'd have had live bait out there, I would have put more in the box, 100%. Like,
jig and min?
Jig and min, yeah, because I was catching them on the same shit we were throwing on Mille Lacs for smallmouth. Because I didn't have any live bait with me, but I regret. I was staring at the cooler before I left. I should have brought.
You're like, I had it.
Were you trolling it all tonight, or only casting?
We trolled a little bit, but the bite at dark just got bad. But like, I'd caught a couple before dark. You know what? I caught a few of them on. This is pretty cool. I caught them on a Maverick, and I actually was scoping boulders, and I could see these fish around the boulder. I figured they for sure were bass, and I like threw the jerkbait past them, and started ripping it. And one came up off a boulder. Like, it was the fastest I think I've ever seen a walleye move, and ate it like 10, 15 feet from the boat. Just crushed it. I'm like, holy shit, they're cracked out, you know?
Damn.
I love it.
It was cool. Yeah.
You harvested.
Harvested. Yeah. Buddy Will Wade, Metro Guide, took a few. Yeah.
I want to pick your brain a little bit. I want a fall fishing report, but in the fall, you've just now finished up your guiding season on Vermilion. You're a free man. You're chasing a lot of buckets around, a lot of bass.
Yeah.
A lot of largemouth, smallmouth, and then you're also chasing walleyes and panfish too. Like, you chase everything. When you're looking for some new lakes, to dive into, like, what are just a couple things? If somebody's made it 2 hours into this podcast, give them a little bit of juice. What are you looking for? Like, what are you looking for on Onyx Fish or these fishing reports where you go, okay, I think I'll have a look.
Have a look. You want to know what the most important thing is right off the bat? 100%, especially with, like, we're just going to talk about largemouths because we're in largemouth country here. Let's all admit that. To get the big smalls, you kind of got to go north. So let's talk about green ones, which I actually prefer to catch more, unpopular opinion, but I do prefer. They're a little bit more, I don't know what the word is, a little bit more willing usually. Kind of smallmouth can be a little strange sometimes, and I was on a kick. I love them probably equally, but maybe if I had to break it down percentage wise, I probably like largies 60%, smallies 40. You know, just slightly. I like the green ones more. But the most important thing when I'm sitting back at night paging through all these lakes, I mean, like, I'll go through like 100 lakes. The number one thing is water clarity. You know what I mean? And if it's less than like 4 foot, you're in. Like, definitely go check it out, because all these lakes have one thing in common, that have big bass in them. They're pretty dirty. They're pretty greasy and pretty lakes. Like, not to say you couldn't catch a big bass in clear water, but I'm not sure they grow as big because there's not as much nutrients and shit in the water, you know?
Yeah.
That's southern Minnesota grease.
Yeah, I'm like, and, you know, generally like shallow lakes. So if I see a max depth of like 20, 25, that's cool too. Like, that means this one particular lake I was on, I'll be going there Wednesday. I got Bill Linder coming down because we're gonna go back to it. But it's one of those lakes that has a partial winter kills, winter kills, and the bass that survived that or that are left over are all big. You know, like a lot of like quality fish, 4 to 5, even 6-pound fish. You know what I mean?
They're freaky.
Mm-hmm.
So, but and if you see a lot of bullheads, this is interesting. Something I caught on to, like black bullheads or brown bullheads in the surveys, then like it can get. Those are really. That means not only is the lake greasy, but there's probably some big bass.
All right, that's enough. That's enough. I think that's enough. That's enough.
It's like, shut it down.
That's enough. Shut it down.
I was rolling. It's really cool. Like, I was catching some bass tonight, really extremely shallow, like on shallow rocks and around docks and stuff, like in like a foot to 3-4 foot of water, like on a chatterbait, which was cool. Ooh. You know what I mean?
That is sweet.
And flipping a jig. Honest to God, I live scoped a bass next to a dock today in like 3-4 foot of water, which was kind of interesting.
That is interesting. Like a wicked shallow.
Yeah, I'm getting like better with just looking at it, and because I always have it turned on, you know what I mean? With like looking at it and, you know, understanding like exactly what I'm looking at in 4 foot of water, because it gets really distorted. The image it's tougher to see exactly what you're looking at when you're really shallow, but definitely caught some walleyes in like 6, 7, 8 foot of water and some bass shallower with live scope, like, and where you think you couldn't do it, you can do it for sure.
What were water temps out there today?
Yeah, it's interesting. The lake I fished yesterday, the water was like 48, 49, smaller lake. And then the lake I was in today, which was slightly bigger, which makes sense, was 51, 52. So turnover has definitely happened for sure.
Yeah.
And I actually think we're in a window here. I think it's going to rain all day tomorrow, which is going to help a lot too with, I think, the shallow bite. I think we're in a window of time here, like in the next 2 to 5 days, where, you know, I'd say I caught 40 largemouth, you know, throughout the course of the afternoon. You know, I think more of them are coming, are going to get shallower as well as the time wears on here. Yeah, just it's strange. A lot of the fish I caught, even the walleyes, were in like kind of sort of a back bay, like where you'd fish for them in the spring, sort of thing.
Interesting.
Yeah, like in a shallow, the middle of it's mud. There's some hard bottom around it. The edges of it. There's a big rock point, at the front face of it, which is where I caught the walleyes. I caught a bass too out there, but stuff like that. I think it may have something to do with. I've always thought it may have something to do with like maybe frogs. Maybe there's some frogs or something, or some type of bait in the backs of these spots, because it doesn't only work on this particular lake, but you would look at it and say, oh, that's a spring spot, but it's like the flip, man. Like this time of year is really similar to pre-spawn for largemouths. That's what I found. They're in like a lot of the same places.
Interesting.
You ever seen that before?
Yeah, some, but also like I feel like it's limited experience, because just like sometimes by the time bass opener comes around, like things are developing. You know what I mean? And there's even like yeah. But that'll all change. Like, how excited are you that we're gonna get a catch and release season?
Oh, it's been 27. How long have I been on the earth? It's been 28 years too long, buddy.
It's
tell me, even if you don't love to bass fish, but you just kind of like to do it, do yourself a favor and go to Woodland Pond in April and have a good time. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, anywhere. But Tonka is going to be nuts. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
How many shallow ditches and stuff are there out? That's going to be nuts.
It's going to be nuts.
There's a lot of bass in that lake. You know what I mean? But
then
on the flip side, now you you're going to, I'm going to be able to go into some of these same lakes I'm fishing right now, where there's big bass, and you're going to have a shot at them like the day after or a few days after the ice comes out.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, I don't know. It's been a long time coming.
Do you think the state record largemouth will be broken this spring?
The state record largemouth?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I have a theory that like they're almost just as fat, some of them right now, as they are pre-spawn. Depending on the lake.
All right, but what about the smallmouth though? I mean, if it's open that early,
the smallmouth right now way more than they do pre-spawn. 100%. Really? And I'm going to explain to you why. And I actually fishing the other day, and one spit up a friggin' 7-inch Cisco, like a 3-pounder. And what if there's 4, 5, 6 of those inside a smallmouth stomach? That's got to weigh more than some eggs do. Am I right? Or like, doesn't the food outweigh what the eggs would? Or what do you guys think about that? Maybe there's
I don't know. I guess I don't know which one's more like dense or whatever, but I get what you're saying when they're feeding on big freaking bait, man.
And mille lacs, that's what I mean. The smallmouth that these people are catching, a lot of these big ones, they might be around some sort of structure, but a lot of them are floaters. Like, they're just essentially, well, they wouldn't be caught. Live scope is the reason they're getting caught. That's all there is to it. You would not catch the fish without it, straight up. Like, you go out there and you look around, it's just everyone's, there's 2 guys in the front of a boat just taking turns casting at them. Like, that's what's going on,
But what about like these largemouth and smallmouth in the spring, where they've got a little bit of egg development, so they have some weight, and they're just gorging pre-spawn, like throttling bait. You know how fat fish can get in the pre-spawn. I know they're super fat right now too, but
especially those small, like I've caught pre-spawn smallmouth on Mille Lacs. I really have. We used to go there a lot around like when the bass met in 2016, 2017. We spent a lot of time out there on the east side, southeast side. And I remember catching, my personal best was like 6'2". I remember catching a 6'2" that was pre-spawn, in like the middle, right after fishing opener. And compared to some of the fish we caught this weekend, like the ones we caught this weekend were just bigger. They were just bigger. Wow. I have no way to describe it. Like, I think that's why I said, I think like in the next 2 to 3 weeks, you could potentially see a state record come out of that lake.
Well, didn't you catch a 6'7"?
I caught a 6-pound, 7-ounce smallmouth. Yeah.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. Yeah. Oh yeah. Teal weighed it. Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
That's so
Unreal.
big, dude.
It's up on the Instagram and stuff there. And we caught, we didn't post the bag, but our best 5 went 29 pounds. We had 5 bass for 29 pounds.
Holy smokes.
I think
like
we had
that. Gotta like that.
6'7", a 5'8", a 5'7", like a 5'2", and a 5 or something. I don't know.
Damn.
It was like around 29 pounds.
That's actually insane. Like that's
And I've never, it's the biggest bag of smallmouth I've ever caught, and it's the biggest number of big smallmouths I've ever caught. Like, it's a total, and we were only out there for from 9, we were out there for 8 hours basically. If you spent like 3 days there, I think like for sure you could scratch a 7-pounder. Like dead serious. I mean,
dude,
did you did you see any perch?
in the wall, get this, I cleaned one of those walleyes. It was a 22-incher. I'm like, give me that teal, put it in the live well. I'm harvesting these things. You know what I mean? And I cleaned it. It had like friggin' 20 little perch like this big in its stomach, which is cool. Good recruitment. Well, if for everybody listening, if they don't know, that the new perch limit on Mille Lacs instead of 20 is 5 now. So you'll get your limit in about 3 minutes. No problem.
It's 5. They brought it to 5.
5, buddy. Which means, and we were talking about this, me and Nady, and buddy Jaden Thomas, because he'd got together. We actually went out drinking with him after the Walleye Dan tournament. Had some liquors. And we were talking about the Mille Lacs perch. And he was talking about how, there was a house out there somewhere out by Hunters that some people had rented. They'd rented out. And just because he was curious, they'd take an underwater camera and stuck it face up underneath the ice, because everyone had been releasing the perch they caught. And there was like 100 dead perch floating up underneath the ice. So the barotrauma thing is real. And those fish are going to be getting yanked this winter out of 30 feet. And there's no videos out about it or anything. People are going to be releasing them, when in reality, I think they're going to be killing the fish regardless, So what I would recommend is you get a fryer going, and as they come up the hole, fillet, batter them up, fry them, and then, I think the possession limit might be 10. So you might maybe just fry 5 and catch 5 more. I don't know how exactly that works, but perch are only good. Only good.
Dude, there's no way that's how that works, but
well, maybe.
Sweet meat.
I'm just fooling. But we did fry some on the ice when we were out there last year. They were delicious fish. Yeah,
I bet, dude. God.
Yeah. But yeah, what a horrible decision by the Minnesota DNR to take it from 20 to 5. What's wrong with 10? You know what I mean? What's wrong with 10? Although maybe, maybe it was getting overfished. I don't think so.
We were out there a lot, dude. There was not that many folks out there.
No, what did we go that one day? I don't know if we've seen another group doing it. And think about how much water there is.
It's a lot of water on Mille Lacs. And when your construct is 8 inches that you drill, it's not like it's in a boat. You know what I mean? Like it's not like, whoa, we're really covering the lake here.
But honest to God, Sobi, the video that we shot together there is a really good. I think I was talking to somebody at Linder Media, and they were talking about, does forward-facing sonar matter for the perch? And he was like, go watch Sobi's video on this, and then tell me if it matters or not. It's like the game changer out there, really, really critical to have, to get on top of those schools. But
a 3-man operation per se.
Yeah, we had. I mean, between me and Logan, we had that shit pretty dialed in there.
That was a good time. Well,
God damn.
I want to know, Ryan, will you run it back with Hayes this year to do some honey garlic walleye on Mille Lacs Lake now that the limit has been opened up to 3?
I think it's 3.
I will run it back any day. Any day. I'm there. Plus, I was bummed that we didn't get to do that part together, dude. Yeah,
that's my my holy coveted recipe that I cook. Sobi and I we actually made it.
This is a funny story.
Yeah, last winter, I think so how did this go? We were somewhere where were we before this took place, where we might have caught the illness or the bug.
Well, I think there's patient zero. We've got a good buddy named JB and a good buddy named Brooks, and between one of the two, they had caught some sort of illness, potentially at the St. Paul Ice Show or something like that. And they were just deathly sick. And then there was an ice fishing tournament. And being that these were just two greasy boys and there's probably a lack of sleeping situation, there's an ice fishing tournament and they had attended it together. And these two sweaty boys ended up sleeping next to each other on the floor of probably some Airbnb or some cabin. And the next morning, Hayes and our good buddy Augie woke up and there was just a puddle of sweat on the floor of this shanty. And Brooks woke up and said, "Oh my gosh, JB, I think you pissed the bed."
Yeah.
And JB goes, "No, Brooks, it's your sweat." And he goes, "What?" And they were sweating out some sort of evil illness. Long story short, JB gets this evil illness. And then we stay in basically a fish house size cabin with JB, and me and Hayes, contract this illness. And then Hayes and I, we start to get the feeling, like, oh no, this is COVID 52 right here or something. Like this is something nasty,
But hey, do you know who this originated from? Originally who brought it to everybody? It was Clayton Kettering. He brought it to everybody.
Really? He's patient zero.
He's patient zero who brought it
the
to
super spreader.
He's a super spreader that brought it from the Kings Panfish tournament hosted in northern Minnesota.
No offense to anybody, but that's just how it went. That's just how that was patient. We were patient, like probably patient 20 and 21 or something like that. You never know.
But either way, we get this illness, and Hayes and I proceed to shoot a beautiful piece on early ice Gull Lake walleyes. And Hayes goes, "I have an amazing, honey garlic walleye recipe." And I was like, I'm so excited to try it. And we start making this, and Hayes is just daubing the honey and the garlic, like being just plumping it on.
Generous.
And we eat this fish, and all we taste is some grease and some crisp. And Hayes goes, I don't know if I really made it right. I don't really taste it. And then he grabs a clove of garlic and he puts it on a piece of fish, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, I don't even taste it." And he gives me a clove of garlic, and I bite into it, and I don't taste a thing. And we look at each other, and it was like we kind of knew this was already going on, but at that moment, we're like, "Holy shit, we're real sick." So for the cameras, we're like, it's pretty good. It's a great recipe, and we couldn't taste a thing. It did the presentation, the glaze. It was all beautiful, and I'm sure it was vibrant. It was probably over flavored, but we couldn't taste a goddamn.
Oh, that's my God, thing, dude. Funny. That's what absolutely sucks about winter and ice fishing. It's just I always, it's like clockwork. Every winter around Christmas or freaking, I just get ill every year.
Damn,
I'm just anticipated. I get sick. I don't know. And it's just that one time in the winter, and that's pretty much it,
It's probably the sports shows. It's probably the St. Paul Ice Show and stuff.
Dude, the shows are brutal for that. Like, it's just terrible.
Like, yeah, we're all getting sick after St. Paul. There's no doubt.
I have every time I've been there.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. There's
like not 2-3 days later, game over.
Yeah.
I once met a beautiful woman there, and at the St. Paul Ice Show, but we aren't even gonna get into that. But
did she make you ill?
Yeah, I got sick.
He's like a couple times.
A few times. But it's so much close. Yeah, it's close quarters, dude. People are like breathing on you and stuff. And dude.
It's a lot.
I have to go there this year, and I'm just like, I don't know. It's good to reunite with them. It's really a reunion of sorts. That's why I appreciate it. Everyone can sort of check up on each other. You know what I mean?
It is a good reunion. It is a good reunion. There was some there were some good faces there last year. There was a Jay Siemens there last year.
Buddy Jay.
Oh my gosh! And then all the boys, and yeah, it was incredible.
I'm trying to get Billy Linder to come. You know, he used to do the angling buzz thing and he had a booth and everything. But I'm trying to get him to come down just to be a part of it because I know he's been a part of it before, and
he's got to.
You guys were hanging out with him one year. I don't even think I was there, but
yeah, where were you that year?
I have no idea, man.
Yeah, we're getting Billy down there this year. That's happening.
We got to.
Just because he likes to be a part of the action, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he definitely does.
He doesn't even need. He just likes to be a part of the action, you know.
He needs to. You and Billy need to shack up in a hotel room.
Lock it down. Get him there.
Lock it down. You split a hotel room with Billy.
I know. Yeah, exactly. The only thing is I got to get one of these companies to pay for it because I ain't paying for it.
I would love to roll down at the Continental in the morning and see you and Billy down there getting a yogurt.
Eat a waffle. Yeah, but I'm all right with ice fishing. I'm good. Like, give me another 3 weeks of open water, then I'll be good. You know, like I'm just not done yet. Like the fire's still burning, and I'm dumping gas on it every day. You know what I mean?
I know that feeling.
Dude, that's my problem though. It's like I still have the drive to like go, and like I got the boat sitting in the driveway, but I'm just not, dude. Like I'm just been in like hunt mode, and I just get locked in, and I can't like break away.
Yeah, and that's something I can't relate to. Like you guys, you know, the prior guest, I was listening to that while I was eating some tacos for like 45 minutes. And it's interesting, but to me it's like fucking foreign language. I'm like, I don't understand this.
But it is, I think there's a sense of it that you would really appreciate, Hayes, where like Chancy, it's so cool. Chancy has fished the Bassmaster Open for years. He's a very talented tournament bass fishing angler, or like just a talented angler in general. And like he looks at hunting almost how like an experienced angler looks at a new lake. And it's crazy that, you know, Ryan doesn't have this as much per se because he's a really experienced hunter. But then there's somebody like me who, like, you know, I feel like I'm hunting, not exactly how I fish. And when I hear Chancy talk or other experienced hunters talk, I just go like, it's cool. Like they're putting these, you know, they're making a play on animals just like we would on the water. And it's interesting. I think you'd appreciate that sense of it.
No, I do. I've been deer hunting before, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's just not sick for it, you know?
Not sick for it. It doesn't do anything for me. I even shot a turkey, and JB was more pumped than me. It was cool, but JB was like shaking, and I'm like, all right, let's go get the boat, homeboy. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Plus, like this time of year, you launch at these lakes, dude. I come to these lakes. There's no dock for one. For two, there's nobody around, dude. You look around, I'm like, where's everyone at? And it's like I get all these lakes to myself. The fish are freaking mouth wide open.
Yeah.
And it's just, you're not going to peel me off the lake. Good luck. Like that's where I'm going to be. Like until it, you know, hell freezes over, as they say, I guess.
Where are you going early ice?
What?
Where are you going early ice? Wherever it freezes first?
Yeah, I'm going somewhere up in like northwestern Minnesota. I got a couple lakes on the radar.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Panfish or walleyes?
Yeah, blue sunfish.
So okay. Okay.
Big old sunnies and crops.
Okay. Have a.
I went there last year with Spock, actually.
Oh gosh.
We banged them up good. I think you actually probably know the lake, so you've been too, but I'm going back there, early ice
but
water.
It's due.
It's due, and getting the narrows, getting the slit.
Yeah, there was a few. Yeah, but I actually had found them on a weed line up there in kind of a different area of the lake. So I'm going to try that. But it's just some really good water just in that region too that I want to explore. But we were catching those crappies late ice. Like that's probably, you know what, as far as ice fishing goes, I think late ice might maybe be my favorite bite, dude. I just love it so dang much.
It seems it's crazy, dude. Like time, maybe it's just because we get older, but time flies so much. It feels like we're talking about hunting, and we're realistically not that far away from the St. Paul Ice Show in early ice. And it feels like yesterday that you and Spock were on Lake Minnetonka, and I was watching you guys fall through the ice, and there was open water everywhere, and you were walking the circumference, of basically the lake to just get to a couple areas that had some ice left. And that feels like not that long ago.
I know. And like, I can say all day long, like, I don't want to ice fish or whatever. I don't like ice fishing. Find myself saying that sometimes, and then it comes around. It's like, game on, let's go.
Yeah.
Like,
but it is a 0 to 100 thing though. Like, you're kind of just like, I won't do it. I'm not doing it. Yep.
And then you're like, oh my gosh, it's starting to freeze.
And then and I also think with like really like talking about the technological window of time we're in, like obviously you guys are you guys going to be after crappies this year, Ryan, more? Is that a thing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like that's a whole thing. Like, you're probably going to see like a lot of people catching, you know what I mean? Like, friggin' giant tank crappies.
People are whacking them, dude. Period.
Yeah, like I saw some stuff this spring and even this fall of like videos of like 17, like just giant ones. And I think that's very, very interesting. That's going on, and we're in a peak. We got to be in a peak right now, don't you think? Like,
I would say that there is a bunch of lakes that got them right now.
Like
3 pounds.
Yes.
Isn't that kind of crazy to think about? Like those size structures of just like of crappies, like they exist here in Minnesota, and they don't necessarily just exist everywhere in the United States. Like some of the biggest crappies in the United States are right here in our backyard. And
I'm just gonna send you guys this picture just because you'll actually appreciate this. I got texted a picture of a 19.5-inch crappie 2 days ago.
And it happened recent?
Yeah, it got caught 2 days ago.
Oh my God. Mouth shut.
Just take a look at it's not even on a bump. It's just laying there. Just look at the proportions of this fish. All right. I'll send you guys this pic right now. But just take a zoom in on every aspect of that. But it was legit measured at 19.5.
Why is it so dark as if it was during the spawn?
I don't know, dude.
What? That was recent?
Yes.
What? That's so big.
Oh my God. That's a full-size net.
I used to fish bass tournaments with my good buddy Connor Graham, and he had the same size. He had the same exact net as this fish is in right now. So I totally.
Yeah. I don't know the weight on that, but I'm assuming it's not small. Like, I mean, that's definitely over 3. I mean, I don't know.
Why is it so dark?
She's a black.
Oh my God.
So you would consider that a pure black crappie now?
Yeah.
That makes it even more interesting because, like, I don't know. Like, I never was under the assumption that they got that. Just a pure black crappie could get that big, but maybe.
Yeah,
that's
crazy stuff. Dang. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying, dude. Like, there's a lot of big ones to be caught right now, and people got the gear to freaking mash on them.
But that's the beautiful part too. And Ryan, you could probably appreciate that. Is like, come ice fishing, so fun to go ham at some crappies or big bluegills or pike or honestly even walleyes. And I know Hayes, you guide walleyes for a living full time, but like somebody like a Ryan, you probably don't chase walleyes all year, but come ice fishing, you're like, okay, like let's have a look, or a bluegill or a crappie. Like it's a change of season. It gets so fun.
But I feel like ice fishing is like almost one of the ones, especially with being able to like see stuff, is like you can be so opportunistic about it. Like if you find them, you're like, oh, dude, let's do that. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Because like you're using the same type of baits. Like if I'm out crappie fishing and I find a whole shit stack of walleyes, like I just drop the same thing on them and they still eat it. So, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I just think that we're just at a turning point in fishing too, like to where people are like, everyone's getting this technology and getting good augers and good gear and everything, and like,
and understanding lake maps and understanding fishing reports. Like,
so I said this on a podcast. I don't remember where, like a year ago. Now I was like, the most important thing moving forward is actually to get yourself further away from people with all the stuff that's going on, and just sit down at the computer. And there's 12,000 lakes in Minnesota, and I'll bet you 10,000 of them are fishable and have fish in them,
Yeah, I think there's a lot of places and a lot of places with a lot of good fish too.
The lake I fished tonight, I had not fished for many years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I haven't been there in many years, and now I confirm that I should go back. I probably am going to go back.
Probably been missing out a little bit.
But like, it was just, it's just one of those things. Like, you have to, I don't know. You got to just, if you could separate yourself from people, that's the biggest thing to me and the most important thing.
Yeah. Well, like you said too, you're out there now. There's way less people on the water. Like, you're out there just in a boat even, and just being like, dude, I got this place to myself.
I did see a kayaker tonight, and he was catching walleyes, and I think he had a stringer going. He was putting them on a stringer. I was like, this is electric.
Were you at a lake tonight near and dear to your heart? Or
yeah, I was at a lake tonight that I'm near and dear to my heart. Absolutely. I'd been there 2 years ago. Essentially, I caught a 30-inch walleye out of it, basically, and it's actually on the wall in JB's basement right now. Yeah, but I hadn't been to this particular lake since then. So
this is a special time of year where you can be even bass fishing this time of year, and maybe you're throwing a chatterbait, and at sunset the bass can turn into walleyes.
Yeah, that's dead serious. And that they were acting like it. Like, when I caught that one on a jerkbait right before dark. I mean, it literally, I've never seen a fish move like that. Like, it came up off of a boulder or a bunch of boulders and just like vapor trailed the bait and just crushed it, and was hooked in the side of the face and the mouth. You could tell it just came unglued on the jerkbait. Like, that's just it. Like, but I had so many, dude. I probably casted at 30, 40 walleyes that just would like chase it. And then I finally got one to eat, a little Sakamata shad. And after I'd casted it so many, but if I'd have had like minnows, that would have done me well, like I was saying before. But
damn. All right, buddy Hayes, do you have any sneaky trivia? If not, we could go to a weigh-in, which I think you'd like to do.
Yeah, I don't got much for trivia, except for I mean, I could ask you guys how many walleyes you think I killed this summer.
Oh,
can we do like the over under?
Yeah.
Like, so my first, but I will say, like, should I tell you what I had in previous years numbers wise?
Yeah. Just tell us what you had in previous years number wise, and then Ryan gets to set the over under, and I'll choose over under, and he has to choose the opposite.
Yep.
Year one, I had 1,100.
Mm-hmm.
Year two, I had like 1,000, and this year I had X amount.
Okay. 1,100. Okay. All right.
Right around the 1,000 mark.
We'll set it at 1,400. 1,400 walleyes.
Sobi.
And this is how many you knifed?
Oh yeah, I probably caught. I could tell you how many I caught. How many I figured I caught.
We'll go with this. This is just harvest.
I'm gonna go
but
under.
This is
There's a part of me that just says like 1,300, and that's an incredible amount of walleyes killed by one boat, one man.
Yeah.
All right. So I obviously have the over, but I think it's considerably over.
I think it could be too. Yeah.
So I average this out, but I actually, this one goes to Sobi. I killed 900 walleyes, but I averaged it out over. I took 132 guide trips. It was like 8 fish a trip, or something like that.
Wow.
Honestly. So I took like 20 less guide trips this year than I did in previous years, which is definitely why the number is down a little bit. But we did jack up the price of the guide trip, so I made the same amount of money, which is cool.
Nice. That's still a shitload of walleyes, by the way.
Incredible amount of walleyes, dude. Like,
That's
just the walleyes knifed, by the way, not the amount you caught. Like, I can't imagine just how many smallmouth and walleyes you caught. I can't imagine how many fish you hooked in the face in Lake Vermilion.
Yeah, dude. Like, I figured we caught like 1,500 walleyes this year, like something like that. And that's a slot between 20 and 26. And then, I don't keep anything under 13, 14 usually. And I don't keep you can't keep anything over 20,
Wow.
But, and then smallmouth wise, I probably knifed like 100 smallmouths, maybe. All under 15 inches. I've got pictures.
Which is fine. That lake is got.
For everybody listening, it's probably actually excellent for the lake. The lake smallmouth population is flush, as Sobi could tell you. But
yeah.
I had a lot. My best numbers day, I had like 100 smallmouths.
I totally believe you.
Hell yeah.
Like mid-July, I put my trolling motor down by. Those of you listening will kind of know I put it down by Shamrock, which is like Greenwood Bay, on the opposite bank, basically on the north side of that. And we fished. I had my trolling motor down for 2.7 miles. We went and caught smallmouth the entire way. We caught like 100 smallmouths. I never pulled the trolling motor up. We were just fishing.
Where were you catching them on?
We're catching them on a wacky rig.
God, they love a wacky rig out there.
They love it. A 4-inch green pumpkin chartreuse tip. They just
eat it.
Did you throw that at all, or were you throwing a wacky rig when you were out there?
I did, yeah. Green pumpkin 4-inch chartreuse tip.
The friggin' pink X-Wrap does the deal out there too.
It does, dude. They eat that is an incredible lake. Like, not just because Buddy Hayes works up there, but like if anybody's trying to do a buddy's trip, a family trip, anything, and you want to catch a bunch of bass, some walleyes, maybe a shot at a muskie, quality pike, like, you should go to Vermilion. And it's Canadian Shield, beautiful lake. It's probably one of the most beautiful lakes in Minnesota. Like, you live there every day, so you don't totally understand, but that lake is so beautiful, dude. Like,
yeah,
I mean, you understand, but like, you just see it every day, it's probably one of the most beautiful lakes.
It is. It's like, it really is being like, it's really like being in Canada without truly being in Canada. And I think what happened was, like when COVID rolled around, a lot of people couldn't get into the, over the border, and they decided to go to Vermilion. That's why it's gotten really a lot busier, honestly.
And then people just fell in love with it, probably, eh?
Yeah, and so like, there's like a lot of people there in the summer and a lot of cabins, and it's good for me because like it brings people to the lake, But one thing I'm going to try to do harder is showcase all the species in the lake, because before, I'm guiding 90% of my guide trips, 95% of my guide trips are for walleye, and I love walleyes. Don't get me wrong, but if I could showcase the bass fishery, the pan fishery. I'm never going to guide for muskies, but aside from that, everything else, I want to do that.
But like, picture you can take clients out, maybe they could be 10 years old or 95 years old, and you put them on an epic day in the summer of catching smallmouth towards sunset on poppers, dude. Just like, you throw this plug out there and just
yeah, and it's like, that's the amazing thing. Like, if I could just, it was like, from, I'd say like mid-June to around the middle of July, it's the top water bite is to the point where, like, on average, you're catching like 20 to 30 at will every night. Like, it's excellent.
On
like,
top
really,
water, dude.
on
top water plus smallmouth equals probably some of the sweetest fishing you can do.
Period. And they ate it all year, dude. So I had friggin' Al Linder and I filmed the Linder's Angling Edge television piece on poppers on Vermilion in the middle of September on a friggin' bluebird Sunday. Like, and it's like the way we caught him is really interesting. Like, I don't want to spoil it because like it'll be on friggin' TV, but it was like,
give us a little impression. Oh my gosh, Hayes, they're on poppers.
Yeah, I gotta throw it. I gotta quit throwing this spinner bait and I gotta give me one of them poppers. Give me one of them. They're really on them poppers.
That's legendary, dude. I'm excited to see that piece.
It was just really cool because like Al's nephew Dan shot it, which is Billy's brother, and Billy was doing some shooting too from a different boat, you know, his boat. And so it was just a cool, like, just to be a part of that, like something I basically like friggin' grew up watching this guy on TV, you know. Just like
that's wicked cool, actually.
That's a bucket list, dude. That is a straight notch in the belt loop bucket list deal. Like you shot a beautiful piece on a body of water that you know so intimately with Al Linder, dude. That's incredible.
And you know, and this is a testament to Lake Vermilion. Where we caught those smallmouth in that piece is not water that like I fished topwater ever before, and really not water that I'd fished before. We were on a certain pattern catching them on a certain thing, doing something, and I just think it's fascinating because I went back to where we caught them like a few days later and caught nothing. There was no fish anywhere in sight. They were gone.
Wow.
And I'll say something. It was in, let's just say, 1 foot to 3-4 foot of water.
Wow.
Dang smallmouth, dude. I tell you.
Dude, smallmouth on Lake Vermilion move more than any other fish.
Really? Really? You found that?
They move so much.
Wow.
They constantly move. You cannot pattern them like one day to the next.
You just have to go fishing and then you figure something out and then you can run it.
You can run it down and you can run it all over the lake. And my experience is that some of the best smallmouth fishing is in the center of the lake, the middle of the lake. Like that's where it goes down, in my opinion. A lot of it.
Damn. All right, let's get to this weigh-in, and then we'll let Buddy Hayes get back to his T-Wolves.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
Shoot, I gotta check the score. Hold on, boys.
All right. You score check it. We'll rip away in here. Sobi, how are we gonna pick the order here? You dial us in on that. I'll get this loaded up here. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So
we're
doing.
Wait till Hayes is back from check.
Oh, I didn't see. All right. He back. What score check?
104, 101. We're getting beat by 3.
Oh, good God.
8 minutes to go.
Come on.
It's not on TV. You have to get. It's so dumb, dude. To watch sports today, you need friggin' 8 different streaming things.
I know, dude. It is
completely friggin' highway robbery. It's ridiculous, dude. What happened to good old Fox Sports North, for fuck's sakes, buddy? You know what I mean? Like, it's like I got to bend over backwards to watch Ant-Man and Big Roo slam that son bitch.
All right, so explain what the weigh-in is.
All right, so this is a snake draft. We'll go through. Each person will select 4 things to create their lineup, and we'll post this on social media for people to vote on. The topic this evening for the boys is things that instantly turn around a bad day.
Ooh.
Things that instantly turn around a bad day.
We can think of some of this on the spot. We can do this.
All right, Sam, how are we selecting this order here?
We're doing youngest to oldest.
All right.
Oh, God.
What year did you graduate, Ryan?
Let's see. 2012.
Okay, so I think you got me on age. I think you got me on age by 1 year because I graduated.
Yeah.
I graduated 13.
That checks out.
Okay. Youngest to oldest. Starting with Buddy Hayes. He's the young buck.
So you
He's the
lead us off. You
forecasting.
get the 1 of 1 selection here, Hazer. Give it to. I'll write these down.
You just say one thing.
You get
Is there
one
any?
here.
Is there like rules as to what it can be, or can it be anything?
It can be anything. It just has to fit the topic.
Anything that, and say the topic again, Ryan.
The topic is things that instantly turn around a bad day.
Wow. I'm going to say a beautiful iced coffee.
Oh,
Okay.
Great pick. Great pick.
I'm a iced coffee kind of guy.
All right, I like that. It's a solid 1 of 1, I think.
Yeah.
Sort of a
All
white.
right.
That's kind of a white girl answer, but we got her.
Yeah, but they got to vote, so like you need the white girls too.
Yeah.
Oh, there's white girls that follow PTB.
Actually, it's most our demographic. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
now
young white women.
you think you could just be number 1 without them? Not
No,
possible.
no, it's a huge demographic. We've got them all.
I feel like you guys are fumbling the numbers here. I'm not sure.
No, we have an analytics guy. I'm telling
yeah,
you,
we
this is
asked him.
legit.
He
Okay.
wouldn't lie to us.
Okay. Okay.
All right, Sobi, light us up here.
This is low hanging fruit, but I feel like I better take it before Hayes or Ryan does. I'm gonna do going fishing.
Going fishing.
If
Going
I'm
fishing.
It's a bad day if I'm not fishing, buddy.
I can turn around a bad day. Oh, let's go fishing. Let's have a cast.
All right, all right. So I go back to back here. Let's see. I'm just gonna blanket. I'm just gonna say just the smell of bacon in general.
Yeah.
Taking that.
Such a strong answer there.
I think that is cash money. All right. Then I think I'm gonna take. I feel like this one's very relatable. I want to feel like how do I word this though? I want to say getting passed by somebody and then passing them later when they got pulled over.
Yes.
You
could be angry driving home from work and you just see somebody rip by you and you're like,
And you're
okay, tough guy. And then you see them pulled over 2 miles later and you go,
God damn, that's
what
good.
an idiot.
So how do I write that?
Being passed by somebody on the highway.
Yeah, it'll be long, but I think it'll get the point across. Yeah. Being passed by somebody on the highway and seeing them pulled over later. All right, Sobi, you go again.
Just one or two?
You got one here. Yep.
Okay. I'm going to do a beer shower.
Ooh.
What is a beer?
That is showering your body with a beer.
Wow,
no. You're showering your body with normal water, but you brought a beer into the shower because you wanted to feel a little dangerous.
Dude, I thought.
Okay, so this would be a shower beer, not a beer shower.
Yeah, a shower beer.
Okay.
Shower beer.
Shower beer. Got it. Two different things, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Hayes, you go back to back here. You get two.
I gotta go. It's a vice, but nicotine.
Just pure nicotine.
Straight nicotine.
It's a good one though.
All right.
Let's just be honest. And what turns around a bad day? $100 bills you can put down. 100 specifically
$100
bills. Specifically hundreds, blue strips, as I like to call them.
Are they crisp?
They're oh yeah, I love 100. Like I collect $100 bills. I love it. And to anybody watch, there's nothing greater than receiving like a few crisp $100 bills. Like, let's be honest.
That's valid, dude.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it yeah, and then I purchase more tackle or whatever. It's gone into thin air, buddy.
Hayes likes the cashola.
Oh, buddy.
Greenbacks,
bluebacks, blue strips, pink fitties is my
Pink
favorite.
fitties. Pink fitties used to be his favorite, but because of inflation, he likes those blue strips.
He's
now.
on the blue strips now. I get it.
$1 bills, yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, I like that one. I'll put crisp hunnets.
Crisp hundreds, yeah, buddy.
All right, you go again. I think Hayes.
Oh, I got
no. He went twice.
Okay.
So now it's back to you. And then I go twice, and then you, and then Hazer finishes it out.
Okay. I'm gonna go eating anything salty.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe like you had a bad day and you roll into the G station. You're like, let's get a little bag of chips.
Hit me with them salty snacks.
Let's get a little salty snacks. Get a little chips.
Any particular?
Oh man, I mean, it could be anything from corn nuts to Gardettos to an OG Dorito.
OG Dorito, salsa verde Doritos, highly underrated.
Mm-hmm.
That is good. All right, so I go back to back here. I think I'm gonna go with when you're ordering food and then you didn't realize that it was buy one get one free.
Oof.
And they're like, "Oh, did you know it's BOGO?" And you're like, "I did not."
Like
Double. Double.
So like surprise BOGO food. Ooh.
Surprise free food just because I was gonna get what I was already gonna get. Deal.
That's what I'm saying. No one's ever like, "I'm good." All right. Instantly turns around a bad day. Ooh. I think I gotta go with my gut on this one. I'm taking remembering there's one cold beer left in the cooler.
Oof, that's a good one.
All right. Sobi, what do you got? This is your last pick.
I was gonna say just straight up cold beer, but no, I'm not gonna say that because you said cold beer in a cooler.
All right.
I've gone fishing, a beer shower, eating anything salty. I'll do impulse tackle buying.
Oh.
Yeah, it's if you've been having a bad day and maybe you're like, you just pulled off to Shields or a small bait and tackle store and you're like, you know what, I don't even give a shit. Like I'm buying that rat that's got the bill on it that I might just throw a little bit here and there. Like I'm buying something cool. And you do it and you're like, that's cool.
I impulse tackle $500 a couple days ago of stuff.
With the onlines now, dude, it's just incredible. Like back in the day, you had to actually pick it up and put it in a basket, and you kind of were like, put it back. But now you're just like,
click, click, click. I'm like, oh my god,
4 bags of them.
Yep. And I'm like, and then it came, and I'm like, oh wow, this is like not as much as I thought it was, but I still.
Isn't that wild, dude? Isn't that wild? Like you can put in a tackle order, and then sometimes the box that comes is like this big, and you're like, oh. I was like $350. What?
Yeah, Age of Tungsten. Fuck, buddy.
Impulse tackle buy.
That's a good one.
Any honorable mentions, Hayes? I think the nicotine one was really good.
Well, yeah, he's still got a final pick, dude.
Okay. Hold it.
Hazer to finish it out. Then we'll go to honorable mentions here.
Dude, you know what? makes a bad day better for me is just spooling up some fresh line on the reels, man. I just love that.
Ooh, fresh line.
Fresh line.
Like just like if I had some like dusty fluoro or like some old braid or something, just taking it off and spooling up with some fresh stuff and tying some fresh leaders. Oh, son.
Yeah.
Let's go. You're like, wow, it's time to go.
And then you kind of feel like, yeah, I'm so dialed. Like you could have some line that just sits on a certain reel for a long, long time, and then you like totally hit it with new, and you're like, uh-oh.
And I was such a fluoro hater for such a long time. And now like I got one braid rod for frog or flipping, and then it's just all 17 to 22 pound fluoro on every rod. And I like to just drop shoulder and slackline them bitches. I was hitting them in some milfoil. So we were in the bathroom, I think, when I was talking about this. I found 2 patches of milfoil tonight, and I was flipping a jig in there. I caught a 507 and 2 4.5 in these 2.
Oh,
he was leaning on them.
Yeah,
they were in it.
And they were in it, and I scoped one of them
in the foil.
On the I saw it. Like, and actually, when you turn the live scope and then you hit it the right angle. Like I saw the fish and actually flipped in there and watched the fish go down to the jig and eat it. Mm-hmm.
Oh my
God! But yeah, this lake didn't have much for weeds, and they were in that little bit of weeds there was.
Honorable mentions.
I got a good one actually, and I was gonna pick this, but then I didn't, and I'm gonna regret this. But like when you show up to your house, and there's just a rod tube leaning on the door.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Spool that son bitch up.
You're like, yep. She came.
Yep. It's here.
Fresh rod tube. Come on.
What's another one, Hazer?
Do you want one? I got kind of a double, but it's one together.
Yeah, fire it out there.
Casey's or Quick Trip, or just a combination of
period.
Yeah, walking into Casey's Quick Trip, period. Yes.
Walked into Quick Trip.
Just like, yep. That's it. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Both of which are just absolutely goated gas stations in the Midwest.
It's the deal.
You can get whatever you wish. A little Red Bull, a little bag of chips.
We could get spanked fishing, and Hayes could walk out with some little ice cream nib bites, and you're just like, oh shit. It's a good day to be alive.
What? That happened one time?
Damn, dude, I like that a lot.
I like that.
All right, I'll run them back quick. So we got Hazer with a beautiful iced coffee.
Yep.
Nicotine and crisp $100 bills.
Yeah.
And spooling up fresh line on reels.
It's a really strong lineup.
Hell of an evening right there.
Hard not to vote for that.
All right, Sobi with going fishing.
Yeah.
A shower beer.
Yep.
Eating anything salty.
Definitely.
And impulse tackle buying.
100%.
Strong lineup.
And then my lineup is the smell of bacon.
Very strong.
Being passed by somebody on the highway and seeing them pulled over later.
Hell yeah.
Surprise BOGO food.
Oh yeah.
And remembering there's one cold beer left in the cooler.
Very strong lineup. Dang. Oof. Go follow us on the Instagrams on the PTB, and
we'll
just
post it up for the people.
And submit your votes. Those are strong lineups. I wouldn't be mad at anybody's pick on that. That is
A1 stuff right there, boys. A1.
That's good. I like that.
From checking in to some recent hunting trips to a Wild Bill excursion to the herd bull himself, Chancy Walters, to a fall fishing report with the famous multi-species phenom Hayes Baldwin. This has been an incredible episode of Pass the Barb. Hayes, thank you for being on. Thank you. For anybody that wants to follow Hayes and his adventures, he continues the adventures all winter long, and he posts a lot of them and a lot of his catches and a lot of just kind of his, very recent reports on the Instagrams. Follow him at Hayes Baldwin.
Yeah.
And thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me, buddy. And I gotta tell everybody that's listening to this, the best buddy of the year is here. And take that motherfucker out of the garage and head up to the water, head up to the lakes, especially for the smallmouths coming up here. They're going to get wadded up in their wintering holes, and that's where you don't want to hit them. I'm going north. You go north. It's time to go. And get out of that tree stand and enjoy some fall fishing.
And maybe just maybe if you put your boat away and you winterized it and you've got some crisp $100 bills, you could shoot Hazel a DM and say, hey, why don't you take me smallie banging? And if he's not
blue
totally
stripes make things
preoccupied,
right.
I think he'd take you.
Well, it's possible, buddy.
Shoot him a DM.
Good work, fellas. That was great. But yes, lots of hunting, lots of fishing to do. I don't know where we're going to end up on the next one of these bad boys, but a lot is going to happen between now and then. We got the full rut coming. We got smallmouth pulling up into wintering holes. Things are happening. People are going to be leaning on them. It's go time, boys. We're in the thick of it. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And this has been another episode of Pass the Barb. Hopefully you were not pissed. Thanks for listening.